All right, welcome everybody. So if you're watching live here or if you're watching the recording on YouTube, great to have you. We are doing the Season 9 Championship. It's been an interesting season. Every year is always interesting. This one certainly had its own wrinkles. We've ended up with an unusual field here, to say the least. We've got the big starfish map here for the championship game, which has been somewhat controversial. A lot of people some people like this, some people dislike this one. I actually like this one a lot, but we're going to see what happens. We've ended up with another peaceful field again this year. What is it? Ramses, Louis, Victoria, Gandhi, all pretty peaceful. Zara and Joao, like middling peacefulness here overall. As far as this game goes, Victoria is the favorite. Is like 45% of the people in the picking contest have chosen Victoria. I've also picked Victoria, not because I think she's the favorite, but just because I don't want to root for a cultural victory. Is Observer Monty plotting? Yeah, the Observer Civ is Montezuma today because Gandhi's in this game. I think the other two leaders that are most likely to win are Gandhi or Ramses. I think both of them have good odds to win. There's been a lot of discussion that shrines, religious shrines, if you found a religion and get a shrine, they can be really strong on this map because it's a larger than normal map, so you can get more shrine income. What might make it tough for some of these leaders is we think three different leaders are probably going to go for culture. Ramses and Louis and Gandhi all likely to go for culture, so maybe that opens a path for Victoria. And then Zara and Joao are the other two leaders in this game, and they're more like wild cards. It's not impossible for them to win, but I do think they have more of an uphill battle. And Louis is in a rough position because he's the only low piece weight leader in this field. For those of you who are curious about what piece weights rolled, we have to wait until they meet each other, and then we can see what the piece weights rolled. Yeah, interesting. The other cultural leaders are all in the same half of the map. Well, anyway, let's go and get started here. So Gandhi, immediate onto religion. That's not shocking, given that it's Gandhi. One thing that was looked at before the game is a lot of these leaders are likely to go fishing and hunting for their starting techs because just based on the starting position, the AIs have a very strong draw towards fishing and hunting. A lot of hunting, yeah, a lot of hunting, and you'll probably see the leaders that lack that also go. Interesting, Zara did not go for fishing here. He pulled agriculture. Vicky also went for agriculture instead of hunting overall here. But yeah, a lot of leaders going for hunting. Note that Ramses did not choose to go for a religion out of the gate. So Gandhi's going to get the first religion. I don't think that's a surprise whatsoever. The question is more who gets the other religion, because nobody else starts with mysticism, and it could be very like because Gandhi is so attuned to religion, who gets the other religion is going to make things play out really interestingly in this game. Because like it's a very different game if like Ramses gets the other religion or if like Victoria gets the other religion. A lot of it's just going to depend on who goes for what. Now, one thing we also talked about before the game is we think fishing starts are pretty good on this map, like AIs that start with fishing because everybody has a fishing resource. Because like look at what Victoria is able to do here. England's starting techs are fishing, mining. England's able to mine the hilltop sheep immediately, and then use that to squeeze out a very fast workboat. And Portugal can do the same thing. Joao actually did exactly the same thing because Portugal and England have the exact same starting text. Like that's a very strong opener, and then they'll be able to work the water tile. So like Vicky again with the financial bonus will get as soon as she pops out this workboat, she'll get 3 commerce from working this tile and another commerce from the river tile. So she's gonna have a lot of early game research, and like that looks like a good overall start. Yeah, fishing hunting is just good on this map. Better than like Ramses, because like Ramses is agriculture wheel, and that's good on most maps, but this is actually not a great agriculture wheel start. Like you can farm the wet wheat, which is not bad. I mean, this is a 5 food 1 production tile. That's not bad. But once that happens, there's actually not a ton for this worker to do other than run around building roads. So like now I mean, I guess you can build a farm on that tile. Also, why the barracks here? That's an odd build. Is anyone else building barracks? Kind of a weird build. Gandhi's building warrior. Yeah, what a strange choice to build an early barracks. Well, they don't really need the early warriors, so I guess it's not that big a deal. All right, settling is going to be, again, pretty mirrored on this map because it's a mirrored map overall. Yeah, they all settled. So a lot of people are probably going to grab these spots. Ramses is not creative. He's spiritual industrious, so he will need a border pop if he wants to get that deer. Zara is creative, so he'll get the corn in his borders. Apparently, everyone wants to build a settler in their size 2 city for some reason. Also, Victoria should be working this tile, so she gets the imperialistic bonus. Vicky will need. She really needs mysticism to build a monument there to pop the borders, unless That becomes a holy city. All right, that's the same city that Ramses settled. Gandhi has not settled yet, and Louis is creative. Okay, Louis is the same city as well, but he's creative, so he'll get the free border pops. All right, Gandhi has chosen a coastal spot, which is a little bit different. He's going to found the religion there in a couple turns. More interesting, let's see if Ramses or Louis goes for the other religion. This will be interesting to see. No, double animal husbandry on both of them. Neither one choosing to go after the early religion. Now, animal husbandry not bad at all. There's a sheep in the capital, and then there's animal husbandry resource here. There's a pigs at the second city, and then a horse at the second city as well. So it's not like a bad tech, but it does open up the possibility for someone else to roll the other religion, which will be interesting. So for the most part right now, we're just next turning until we see. Let's see what Victoria picks for her next tech. Hunting. Okay, well that makes sense. She wants to connect this. And then she'll have a chance to roll something else. All right, so nothing's going to go on until the religion gets founded. So Gandhi's going to found Hinduism here. Again, mining tech, nice on these starts. These hilltop animal husbandry resources mean mining gives you pretty good value. Like Gandhi, missing a lot of worker tax, but it's not really going to hurt him here because he's actually getting a ton of value out of mining here overall. Yeah, Gandhi's going to get the first religion. It's just who gets the second one. So there's the Hinduism from Gandhi, as expected. Screenshot that. He'll probably go for... He might... Well, I was going to say agriculture, but I wouldn't be surprised if he goes fishing or hunting next. Let's see what he picks. Fishing, okay. Yeah. We'll see what Joao goes for next as well. And of course, Gandhi converts. Gandhi, I like that he's building the settler in his second city instead of in his, or in his capital instead of his second city. I think that's a little bit better. Was Vicky smart enough? Okay, she was smart enough to swap over to the Plains Hill, so she gets the imperialistic bonus. Apparently the AI loves building an early barracks in their capital for some reason. All right, Vicky's also on animal husbandry. So Louis and Ramses will still... One of them is still in the driver's seat to get that second religion if they choose to go for it. Right now, animal husbandry, rather popular tech here. That's kind of funny. Gandhi settling it. You're saying because Gandhi settled his second city late. That's why he did the settler in the capital. Gotcha. All right, let's see what Ramses picks. Is he going to go for the other religion? Oh, I think he is. That's probably good news for Ramses. Yep, he's going for the other religion. And he will have pole position on claiming it. Whereas Louis is off on archery tech. All right. So it looks like Ramses is going to get the other religion. We're going to have Gandhi and Ramses, the two of them claiming it. He's probably going to get religion in this city right here. Is Vicky working any lakes? I don't think she's working lake tiles. No, she's working the water tiles. Vicky's going to be the first one to get a settler out, or is Joao? Oh, wait, Joao was not able... He's also imperialistic, but he did not have the Plains Hill in his immediate borders here, so he's slightly slower to get this out. I guess Gandhi is going to get... Gandhi just got it. Actually, no, Gandhi got the settler out. So Ramses will get this next religion. We'll see if anyone else makes a run at it and fails to claim it. Gandhi has the start for Great Lighthouse Economy. He does. All his cities. He's going backwards here. He doesn't need to get the wheel. He went fishing and then hunting, as we kind of expected. All right, a lot of people just finished techs. I think Gandhi's going to be the first one. Where's Vicky sending this settler? I have no idea where she's going with this. So Gandhi is the first of 3 cities. Another city on the coast. He got the Plains Hill plant, which is kind of nice. Victoria went for the wheel, which is not a bad tech for her. Did she go wheel? She's going wheel pottery. She's going to need to get mysticism, but that's not necessarily the worst tech for her. It does mean no religion for her, but I'll be interested to see if she tries to get another. She's cranking out the warriors right now. All right, so Ramses, again, is guaranteed lock on the second religion. Who has settlers out at the moment? We have our first Barb City popping up too. Cherokee right here. We have a request to look at the capitals, which is fine. And Joao is going towards the center of the map with his settler. Vicky is apparently also doing the same thing. And Zara just finished his, and Ramses just finished his, and Louis just finished his. Okay, if you're curious, so Gandhi, his capital's a little bit behind because he built his settler in his capital. So he does not have as much improved there. Joao's capital's looking pretty nice, I have to say. Got his resources connected pretty well. He's not working the clan. He's not working 2 of his 3 resources. I don't understand what's going on there. Vicky seems to be producing a. She farmed the floodplains. Okay, she probably farmed a little more than she needed to. Zara is still missing a couple of his resources, but overall looks good. There's the early Stonehenge from Ramses, which is a great build for him. Profit for his religion, a great profit for his religion, and it'll mean that he doesn't have to waste time on monuments. That's a very, very good build for him. And then Louis is building chariots. I guess he was the first one to get his horses connected. Ramses will get a very fast shrine. Yep. So he will definitely get that connected quickly. And over here you see Joao is the first one to push towards the center of the map there. I do like this opening for Ramses. I know he's sitting last in score right now, but that doesn't really matter. They're all really close. Zara founds towards the center. Now this Barb City being here is definitely a pain for Zara. To a lesser extent Ramses, but it's more on Zara's side. This is going to make his settling more difficult. This is just one of those randomness factors, is like where the Barb Cities pop up. Vicky is apparently also going towards the middle of the map here. All right. I mean, it's a nice spot for a city with double food resources. It's a pretty fertile map overall. There aren't really bad spots for cities. I will say that going towards the center of the map is a nice move. I kind of like that more than going backwards like Gandhi did. And Louis is also moving. Louis is playing very similar to Victoria so far. Where is Louis going with this? And Ramses is also walking towards the center of the map here. Oh man, Louis is going further than I thought he would with this 3rd city. Joao looks like he's going to pick up mysticism. I guess he's very belatedly. So he's belatedly trying for a religion. Even though he's not going to get it, this is a good tech for him to queue just because he'll finish mysticism and he'll be able to build monuments. All right, so Louis ends up there. Ramses goes down here. Ramses could have his religion pop here, which would be interesting if it pops in Heliopolis as opposed to Memphis. So, again, the odds are 3 out of 4 to be in Memphis, 1 out of 4 to be in Heliopolis. But that Stonehenge build is quite nice, as I said. So he's going to get a profit in 50 turns. Probably faster than that, because he'll probably run the obelisk. And let's see where his religion pops up. Heliopolis, and he chose Judaism, which is interesting, because that's the religion that has the best odds to spread. It's not a huge effect, but due to how they're listed in the code, see how Judaism's listed first here? Judaism has like very slightly higher odds to spread than like Taoism has the lowest odds to spread randomly. So that's probably good that he picked Judaism. Definitely a good early game from Ramses here. Obviously he's like down a city for the moment because he paused to build Stonehenge, but for him that was a pretty cheap build. Anyway, we've got... Did we finish another settler here? Okay, so Joao finished another settler. And Vicky and Joao are playing very similar games thus far. Not surprising, because they're both imperialistic. So, yeah, he just converted. Joao looks like he's going to plant this in his back lines. Victoria as well, although I think she backed up to get another military escort for her unit. How about Zara? He does not seem to have a... Does not appear to have a settler out. He's building one in Gondar, that's why. And Louis is about to finish one. Yeah, Ramses is like a little bit behind, but not by a lot. It was definitely worth the effort to build Stonehenge. He could also really use his religion back in his capital. Louis getting sailing could mean that he could go for Great Lighthouse, which is going to be strong on this map. Colossus will also be strong too. Just because anything that's like on a big map is more useful. Vicky seems to be having some difficulty deciding where she wants this to go. So Joao is the first of 4 cities. He gets a spot in his back lines. He needs to get wheel tech, just like Victoria needs to get mysticism. We'll see what she researches next. Zara also going early pottery, and Joao will be presumably the first one to have copper connected. He'll have to settle another city for it. Did Joao finish mysticism? I thought he did. No, he stopped. He stopped his research. So even though he was like halfway there, he stopped, which was probably not the best decision. There's the extra happiness from getting religion in Thebes. So that's pretty nice. Meanwhile, checking in on Gandhi, he is building Temple of Artemis, although in a spot that's not a great spot to build Temple of Artemis. At least he didn't tie up his capital on it, and I think he just finished another... Yeah, he's got another settler wandering around up here. Okay. I don't love that spot, but I guess he just wanted to go with the coastal theme. Victoria is... she has to make sure she doesn't lose the city to the Barbs. That would be a disaster. That would just be me, right? I picked Victoria to win and loses a city to the Barbs here. Okay, no. I mean, the odds of that were low, but it wasn't not zero. They were low, but not zero that would happen. Anyway, we'll see if she goes for another settler anytime soon. And another Barb city has popped up over here, which is going to annoy... Well, I mean, a lot of Barb cities are going to pop up, but like this will definitely annoy Vicky and Schwal, because it's over by them. They're the ones who probably need to expand faster than the AIs too. And then this one over here is a little bit of a pain for Ramses. I guess Gandhi is a little bit fortunate that there's been no... there really hasn't been any Barb cities over by him, although we'll see if that changes in time. So, yeah, overall hanging pretty normal for the time being. Creative civs and civs that got a religion are leading the score right now, as you would expect. Do we have any more settlers out for us to follow? Louise advancing forward with his fourth one, and he's claimed a happiness resource. He did not go for the backline spot. He just went straight forward. That's going to be nice since all the AI civs are kind of happiness constrained right now. Unfortunately for him, he narrowly missed the ivory. That's kind of awkward. If he had gone one more tile to here, this would have been a better spot, I think. That's not a settler, is it? No, it's not. Joao seems to have paused expansion for the moment, although he is building another settler. Same story over here. Vicky is not... Okay, she just queued up one in her capital. Over there. There's bronze working, finishing for Joao. Zara looks like he just recently planted this spot, so he'll have access to stone and ivory. Again, the center of the map is pretty fertile. Just basically everywhere. Ramses chose to put his fourth city up here at Elephantine. So he'll have furs once the borders pop there. Which they will, because he gets, he has a free obelisk in here. By the way, he is running the priest special. So he's going to have a very, very early shrine for this religion. He sure likes getting those shrines, doesn't he? Certainly nice. It's a good set. And then was this new or was this here? I think this one was here. Yeah, that's a size 2 city, so that's been there for a few turns. Yeah, overall, I think that the biggest thing that's happened so far is Ramses got the second religion. So we hit turn 50 because it could have been a number of different leaders. Ramses getting it definitely helps Ramses' chances a lot in this game. Other than that, it seems pretty even. I can't say I love the fact that Vicky's sitting in last place, but the biggest thing that's hurting her is she doesn't have mysticism to pop borders. Don't be shocked if she ends up getting writing before mysticism. She almost has to go either writing or mysticism next from this point. The fact that her early economy is good, though, means she's powered through all the early game techs at this point. Anyway, let's go ahead and take a quick overview look at the map. Oh, and the Barb cities popping up are noteworthy, too. I think Zara has gotten the worst Barbarian RNG so far, based on what we're seeing here. Demos, if you're curious. GNP. Ramses is up at the top. Now, granted, a lot of that's culture, but I don't think it's all culture. It looks like Schwal's the one who's having the most trouble economically. Production is pretty even right now. Food. Gandhi is hurting the most in food. Everybody else is basically even. Power. Everybody pretty start. Yeah, Joao being on ironworking, that was a bad tech roll for him. He doesn't want to be on... That was... Look at the culture. That was a bad roll for him on techs. He really does not want to be on ironworking right now. That's very expensive, and... Oh, yeah. He went ironworking before wheel pottery. I mean, that's just like a death sentence. His game... I hate to say it, but I think his game's over already. Like, you can't go ironworking before wheel and pottery. He can't connect resources. He can't build cottages. Yikes. Ugh. Yeah. I mean, his economy's just gonna I mean, he'll get there eventually, but like this is like a turn 70, turn 75 wheel. I mean, like, you can't go that deep into the game. Oof. Did I accidentally put Stalin in? Well, I do have his color. I did give Joao the Russian red borders here. I wanted to do Portugal's green and red are their colors. Ugh, man, this is like Cristiano Ronaldo's World Cup here. Yeah, but I'm sorry, Joao. It's not happening. I'm like ready to write you off already at this point, unfortunately. Talon has turned to 116 pottery in the playoffs. Yeah, that's pretty brutal. Anyway, I'm mostly trying to see if anyone's got a settler out to watch. It looks like Louis does. Okay, now this is noteworthy because, like, look at this huge clump of resources here. If Louis settles this and denies it to Ramses, oh, Louis, why? Why? I'm kidding. This is not like a bad spot by any means, but if he goes one tile further north, he denies these resources to Ramses. Now the opportunity is there for Ramses to claim them. Yes, this is going on during the 2026 World Cup if you're watching this on recording later, so you'll probably see some World Cup related talk here and there. Anyway, we're about to see that shrine founded any second now. I'm just waiting for the shrine to get founded. All right, there it is. That is a turn 55 Jewish shrine. Now, only 3 cities have the religion, but building the shrine causes the religion to spread much faster. I think most people know that. If you hadn't heard that before, it does. Anyway, Gandhi also does not have wheel tech, by the way. So Gandhi also hurting himself. He went sailing before wheel. So Gandhi also delaying this tech for quite a while. I'm a little surprised that... And Vicky and Joao, you can see their scores are just lagging because neither one of them can pop borders right now. Again, I think Victoria is more likely to be okay, especially if she builds Great Lighthouse, which is a real possibility, her or Joao, because they both have sailing. Gandhi's not going for that, is he? Gandhi's still doing Temple of Artemis. That has not helped Gandhi, going for a very slow Temple of Artemis in a place that it's not really going to help him. Anyway, so that's a thing. But it has gone well for Ramses so far. And now he's got more settlers queued up here. I would say that Ramses has definitely done the best from the early game so far. And I did say I thought Ramses was one of the favorites to win in this game. I just didn't want to root for freaking Ramses. Now this is potentially dangerous for Vicky. She's got a settler just escorted by a warrior. Why this archer wouldn't come out and escort it, I don't know. So, alright, she turned around and ran backwards, which was probably the correct decision. But, like, that could have gone quite badly. Vicky needs happiness really badly. You can see all of her cities are stuck at the happy cap because she doesn't have anything that provides happiness so far. Now, there's silver over here. So, like, there are ways for her to get happiness, but she's definitely constrained on what she can do until she gets out of that. All right. So, Gandhi just founded another city up here, and Louis is still on the same number. Ramses isn't settling that fast. That would be like the one thing I'd have to say. He has double settlers in production, but he is like a city. He's kind of like a city behind most of the other AIs in the field. Louis is going masonry. He'll have both Great Lighthouse techs. Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked if he builds it either. Louis does have good odds to go for that. I keep wondering where this Victoria settler is going. All right, well, she definitely needs this, so that's good. But the problem is she still needs... Oh, she's going writing. Okay. So Vicky's going to solve her problem of not being able to pop borders. Not by going mysticism, but just going all the way to writing. But that's like the best she can do. She's hurting quite badly by not having popped borders right now. All right. Anyway, meanwhile, Joao is... Does he have a settler out as well? Nope, that's a worker. I think Joao's hurting on expansion because his economy can't really hold more cities due to his... lack of roads. Gandhi, same thing. Gandhi has no roads either. Yeah, Gandhi also doesn't have roads. All right, Louis is the first AI to start pushing into the jungle region at the middle of the map. Also, if you're curious here, I'll hold here on the Diplo screen. So those of you who are better at reading piece weight stuff than me, I'll hold here for a minute if you want to see. Now, this is noteworthy that Ramses is -2 annoyed with Gandhi. That's interesting. Louis is also unhappy with him. Louis is cautious with just about everybody. Interesting. Zara likes Louis here. So that's interesting. Yeah, Louis is looking decent too as well. Ramsey -2 and annoyed. Gandhi high rolled. Okay, so Gandhi's piece weight is even higher than normal here. So Gandhi must have. Gandhi does not want to roll a high piece weight. He wants to roll lower because he's already a ridiculously high piece weight. Interesting. So this could be Gandhi could be in some trouble here. Even like he's maybe gone a little too much on the culture stuff this early. Also, he's finally getting wheel tech, but he's not going to have it until turn 70, which is not ideal at all. Anyway, we also probably shouldn't sleep on Zara. Zara's score-wise is looking pretty good. He just grabbed a spot in his back lines. I don't know if Zara can win because it's hard for me to see him like winning a victory condition before someone else gets over the finish line. But I think he can definitely stop someone else from winning. Like I think he's in the running for that. Also, he would really like to get this city here. Being creative does seem like it's kind of nice on this map too, just because there's so much land to claim. Anyway, Vicky should start seeing her score tick up because she just got what's it called? Writing, so she'll be able to pop the borders. You might have noticed she queued up libraries in like almost every city. And then she also is about to hook up this silver tile, but she's like middle of the pack, but long-term potential is there. I do keep trying to check around periodically to see if anyone started like the Great Lighthouse. I do see a Great Wall here. All right, now Louis has picked up Ramsey's religion. That's a big break in the game. That is not good news for Gandhi at all. Not good news for Gandhi because he could easily find himself in a situation where no one's following him. Ramsey's going for monotheism? That's very possible. Nope, just masonry so far. Just masonry. He's grabbed. He recently grabbed 2 more cities at Pi Ramses and Alexandria. So starting to fill out that corner of the map. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, up to 6, which is now even or ahead of most AIs. Most of them were on 5 for a while. He kind of jumped from 4 up to 6. Louis also on 6. And then the question is, how can they deal with these barb cities that are in the area? The war chariots, in theory, should be good against the barbarians. We know that the AI sometimes goes a little nutty when it comes to the war chariots. Look at this barb archer. City garrison 3, our barbarian archer. That guy's not dying to chariots. Let's just put it that way. That guy's not dying to chariots, you guys. Anyway. Oh, Vicky is the first one with writing, so unsurprisingly, asks for open borders. She also founded this city down here, Coventry. So, and apparently she picked up. Apparently she just picked up mysticism because she's building a monument, which is a cheap way to get the borders expanded. Has some more settlers in production. Looks like she's slowly getting the borders popped at some of her cities. Anyway, the AI's borders are starting to climb a little bit closer together. There's Ramses does look like he's on monotheism because he's on the polytheism. Yep. So Ramses is going for religion number 2, starting that cultural trend here. Question is going to be how friendly can he remain with the other AIs? So far, he seems pretty. Everybody seems pretty happy with him thus far, except Gandhi. I would say things are breaking nicely for Ramses so far. Definitely looks like they're going in his way because he got the early religion, he got the early shrine. He and Louis seem to be on pretty good terms. They have the same religion, and it looks like Louis is not really as unpopular as we thought he might be. Like, Louis is currently cautious, but yeah, it's possible that could get up to pleased. We'll see. Yeah, just it feels like Louis and Ramses are playing the best early game so far. Like, it's hard to ignore the fact that, like, Victoria and Joao's scores are way behind Louis and Ramses. Gandhi as well. Barbarian Spearman, you guys, by the way. We don't see that too often. But, yep, Barbarian Spearman. By the way, note that the Observer Civ does not have bronze working. And, yes, Barb Spears can still pop up, even if the Observer Civ doesn't have bronze working. So that is in play. Did Temple of Artemis get finished? All right, I missed calling out that Temple of Artemis got built back here. I don't feel like that's too important. But it will probably get Gandhi a shrine. Maybe. We'll see. Joao's pushing towards the center of the map. He still does not have wheel tech, although he is researching it. I mean, that's why his economy is, you know, on 20% science right now. Because he can't build roads between his cities, which is not ideal. Definitely not what you want. And it looks like the borders are starting to get close to one another down here. Can the Barbed Spear cause problems for Gandhi? Wait, did Gandhi not have archery tech? Is that right? No, he has archery tech. He's fine. I mean, this might still cause problems, but Gandhi has archery. Louis just finished bronze working and went on to iron working. I mean, here it comes. Well, there is only one warrior defending here, but I see an archer moving in, so it'll be okay. For a minute there, it did look like there was only one warrior. Wait. But there's an archer finishing in between turns, so it'll be okay. For a minute there, I was like, So yeah, the archer popped up between turns. For a minute there, I was like, wait, what's going on here? And Gandhi does have another settler popping out here. Look at this. Okay, so look at where Joao put his city. He's got a city all the way over here. He's definitely expanding. He's doing the imperialistic thing just fine. I love that he went all the way over here with no roads. But he did finish the road. I think he got some fail gold from one of those wonders finishing, which is pretty noteworthy. But yeah, he's been expanding pretty well. His economy is another issue, but he has been expanding a bit better. Let's see. Oh, what's this? Great Lighthouse. Is anyone else building the Great Lighthouse? Is Louis building it? Louis is also building it. I think Louis is going to get there first. Yeah, it looks like Louis is the inside track. Also on pyramids as well. Interesting. Yeah, Louis is looking pretty strong. He's doing way better than I thought. I mean, he's actually taking the score lead by a pretty good margin right now. And if he gets the Great Lighthouse, well, he actually would use the Great Lighthouse worse than anyone else. He only has one coastal city. He only has one coastal city. He managed to place every single city not on the coast, hilariously. That's pretty funny. Oh, well, he is doing well, though. Not much, no question about that. And we're also starting to see some of these AIs connect some resources as well. Here comes a Ramses settler over here. And there's the religion being founded. Where is Buddhism? Oh, Ramses was building it. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. That is not good for the rest of the field. I missed that Ramses was building it. You guys called for that. Uh-oh. That is very bad for the rest of the field. Because he now has 2 religions and he just built the Great Lighthouse as well. And he has a lot of coastal cities. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 so far. Probably more to come. Ramsey's getting dangerous indeed. Well, double religions this early. Where is Buddhism? I thought that, yeah, there it is. It's right here on the border. Now, there is danger here because this religion is closer to the rest of the field. Like, Judaism's holy city is here. The Buddhist one's over here. There is reason to believe that this could spread right down the river to, like, Addis Ababa. That is definitely a possibility. But that's a nice pickup for Ramses, to be sure. Although, Louis' score is just so high on this map. And he just got a lot of fail gold. Okay, so Vicky, yeah, and look at that. Vicky just converted to a couple things going on there. Vicky converted to the minority religion 1 turn after it's founded. Where did that even pop up? Oh, back here. Okay, she also settled this. So, like, if that religion also goes to Zara, that could be really... That doesn't seem good for Vicky, I agree. But if by some chance Buddhism, like, also goes to Zara... Before Ramses starts flooding the world with missionaries. It's probably not great for Vicky that she ended up getting the minority religion over there. But we'll see. Anyway, Louis also has founded cities down here, so he is pushing these borders. Gandhi actually has gotten cramped pretty badly here. Like, compare Louis' territory to Gandhi's. It's not looking great there. I have to say that Ramses and Louis are the favorites at the moment. They're just outplaying the rest of the field pretty decisively thus far. Vicky is, like, still barely trying to get over the fact that she didn't have any way to expand borders for, like, 10,000 years. Like, she's starting to recover a bit, but she's still behind. And, like, this is kind of a mess over here. Although she's now apparently going to settle in the... Oh, wow! Vicky had a settler here too, and then Zara settled. Zara wins that selling race. They were literally like right there on top of each other. Not good for the Vicky stands here. I would say Vicky's not looking very good at this point. She's getting outplayed pretty good. I mean, I wouldn't say that's cursed. That's just Zara got there first. Anytime something goes bad, so we start spamming the cursed stuff in the chat. Alright, so Gandhi gets his shrine. That should help. But it hasn't been a great early game for Gandhi. It really hasn't. Only 4 cities with his religion. Ramses has 8, which is a lot this early in the game. And he's founding another city here. Like, Ramses has pretty much fully settled his peninsula. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He just got another prophet. I wouldn't be surprised if he shrines his other city, too. And Louis gets the pyramid, so that's nice. I wonder what he swaps into. Let's see. Well, we'll find out in a turn or two what he swaps into. Does Louis have a favorite civic? He'll probably just go hereditary rule because it's his favorite civic, which is amusing. That would make him and Joao buddies if they both adopt that. And then those are the only 2 that have the same favorite ones. And yeah, Victoria, not super popular. Well, she's popular with... Joao won't declare war at pleased. Zara, does Zara declare war at pleased? I'm trying to remember. Maybe it's not coming home. I can't remember if Zara declares war at pleased. I know he does. Okay, so that's a little bit less safety there. Zara is cautious towards a couple other ones. Okay. Can Barb Cities get culture flipped? Yes, everything can get culture flipped in Civ 4. Hard to do, but it is possible. Culture flipping is hard to pull off, but it can happen. Did that great prophet get used for a shrine? Ramses is still building more settlers. I don't know if he even has... I guess he could cram in a city or 2 over here. I don't know if you have enough room for them. So Vicky instead picked this spot, which is of course a nice spot for a city. But getting boxed out of the central jungle is actually kind of a big deal for her. She's building a late oracle. Like a late oracle. Most people look like they have metals connected now. Zara actually still has room to put some cities on his coastlines here. We'll see who ends up... And of course, who ends up getting these barb cities is a big deal too, because they're valuable spots. And this barb city, it looks like one of the barbs has been killed. By the way, Joao is on a 17-turn pottery, as he is at 10% research. This poor dude. He's at 3 beakers per turn. And like, that's not like saving money. He's literally at 3 beakers per turn, if you're curious. Rams is at 66. Louis is at 20. Victoria's at 33. Gandhi's at 22. Joao's at 3. And Zara's at 28. Yeah, Ramses is... Oh, well, okay. Well, never mind. That's not fair. He's running a big deficit. Okay. So that's inaccurate. He's not actually that high on research, but yeah. Yeah, Joao did get mysticism, so that's good. He's going to slowly pop the borders, but like his early teching really hurt him in this game. Vicky going monarchy is good for her because she needs the happiness. Now, Ramses also just picked up monarchy tech, so he'll also be able to go hereditary rule. So far, though, it does feel like Louis and Ramses are a good bit clear of the field. Oh, okay. And Joao picking up Judaism means he also goes on Team Ramses. Gandhi and now Zara is like the next shoe to drop is which way does he go? Because it's not gonna be good for Vicky if she's running this Buddhism that just randomly spread to a religion on the other side of the world, and everybody else is running Judaism. It's not good for Gandhi either right now. But Ramsey's getting everybody to flip into his religion, which we definitely saw in his playoff game as well. Victoria first to die. Everyone's religion hates her now. I mean, it could be. That would definitely be a natural... Yeah, I mean, look at this. Annoyed, cautious, annoyed, cautious. Well, Zara still likes her, pleased, cautious, and it certainly could happen. That would definitely be my luck this season. The person I picked to win is first to die. That's happened like 4 different times this season. Anyway, there's Ramses going hereditary rule, which is going to be great because, look, he only has 1 happiness resource here. So this is much needed in terms of getting larger. He did not build the Buddhist shrine, so he probably used that profit on a super specialist somewhere. Let me just check and see if I can find where he might have done that. Not there. No. Oh, there it is, right there. He used it for a super specialist in Giza. Not the best use of a super specialist right there. Vicky was building Oracle. Is someone else building it? I only see Victoria building it at the moment. And Zara put another city right in. Zara is the one claiming the central jungles, which are not very useful right now, but will be, of course, once you get iron working and chop them down. Gandhi also put a city right on the border with Louis there. Anyway, if you're curious about is anyone plotting war, so Louis has enough on his hands already. Now that could be a big moment in the game. He likes Ramses. He doesn't really like Gandhi, so decent chance he's going after Gandhi here. I would be shocked if Ramses is plotting war. He is not. Gandhi would also be shocking if he's plotting war. No. And no. So I would expect that Louis is going after Gandhi, but I mean, if he decides to slam into Ramses, that would certainly be absolutely nuts. But I suspect if Louis is plotting war, it's going to be with Gandhi. All right, Vicky finishes the Oracle. Let's see what tech she grabbed with that. Looks like metal casting, which is not a bad choice. She's not industrious, so the forges would be more expensive, but I think that's the one she took. She does, yeah, it looks like she took that because she just queued up a forge. She does have a silver resource, so that's an extra happiness face in each city when she builds the forges. And if she could get her hands on this gem tile, that would be 2 happiness from the forges, so not bad. She really would like to take this city of Assyrian, which has a battalion of Portuguese warriors attacking it for who knows what reason. Yeah, that's a good point. That also means she's the strong favorite to claim the Colossus, which would be a nice tech on this map. There's enough water tiles that's pretty worthwhile. So that could be nice for her if she gets that. I think she's like lurking. Ramses and Louis are doing the best so far, but she's a little bit lurking. All right, Zara taking that is a nice pickup. Could also mean a little bit of conflict with Ramses because they are right on top of each other. I'm still wondering which religion spreads to Zara could be critically important here in terms of how this game plays out. Because for the moment, Zara, let's see, how does he feel about... Because like right now, he's pleased with Ramses, but if he gets the same religion, he's going to love Ramses, and if he gets a different religion, he might not think as highly. Because we know that religion is like super important for Zara. Also, if he would come in conflict with Zara, if Zara and Ramses come in conflict and Zara were to take this city, he would probably flip into Buddhism because this is the Buddhist holy city right here. That's getting a long way ahead of ourselves. As you see, Louis grabbed another tile in the central jungle here. Map is mostly settled at this point. There's still a little bit of room, but not a ton right now. Like, there's fishing villages spots, but not a ton of room. Louis could still get a city or two over here. Joao could plant some cities on his east coast. He has not a single city on his eastern coast. Yeah, wow, there's the Colossus build. Okay. There's that Colossus build. Also wanted to see if we can spot where Louis is plotting a stack, because we saw that Louis was apparently plotting war over here. Gandhi, by the way, Gandhi is a settler here and Louis is a settler here. So, that's a thing. As Gandhi swaps his... Ramses already on construction. Okay. I believe Louis plays before Gandhi, so if they both settle, Louis is going to get this spot first. And Zara did go Judaism. That was noteworthy there. So Vicky and Gandhi are the ones isolated on religion right now. I don't think that's a good thing for either of them. Victoria has to hope that like Judaism will spread in her territory, because right now she's kind of gotten trolled by this random Buddhism spreads, but that's not good for her. Yeah, Gandhi founding a city here. This is like, I just want to annoy my neighbors. This is like serves no purpose other than to get everyone angry with him. Anyway. Up here, this city is still holding tight. There's actually 2 barbed workers in here. And then wasn't there another barbed city over here, Assyrian? This one is, though, yeah, this is like the worker brigade, the warrior brigade trying to capture that. That Colossus build would be nice for Victoria, but diplomatically, she's looking a little shaky right now. Just due to that completely random religion, the fact that she somehow had the minority religion spread completely across the world. I think Louis is moving east still with this settler to plant another city. I think. Anyway, 100 turns in. How did Gandhi squeeze that one in? There was a little one tile choke point here, apparently. Gandhi got another one. I think Louis is going to found it over here somewhere. I'm actually curious where Gandhi's going to, or Louis is going to found this city. Okay, yeah, apparently. In terms of power, interesting. Louis is number 1, Ramses number 2, and then Gandhi and Victoria at the bottom. Let's look at the graphs then, shall we? All right, GMP. Wow, Ramses is charging past everyone. Now, granted, a lot of this is culture, but still, that's still noteworthy that his graph looks like this. What's culture? All right, again, a lot of that's culture, but still, that's pretty noteworthy. Production, Louis has apparently been leading in production. Food, Ramses and Louis. Power, it's Louis. And then, yeah, Louis has definitely been building up a bit. Okay. Yeah, I mean, the problem for Portugal is just like when you don't get roads until turn 75, you just put yourself behind the 8 ball. He still doesn't even have archery tech yet. Like, he still okay, now granted, he's upgrading units because he got bronze working recently. But Joao's just going to be behind. Like, there's not really anything you can do about that. He's just clearly going to be behind technologically. So it's dicey to be to say the least. Boy, Ramses is just powering through these techs, isn't he? Now, once again, he's running at a deficit here, so it's a little exaggerated, but that's an early currency to say the least. Certainly nice of Victoria to get the 4 commerce water tiles. Now she needs to get enough happiness to make them viable. But yeah, that's definitely the AI likes to work water tiles, so that'll be nice for her. And she's trying to squeeze a settler down here to get this gems tile. I think, anyway, yeah. She might just try to culture flip this. It's like, when is someone going to capture this? These poor barb cities are, like, hanging on in the middle of enemy territory. Now, this city is, like, designed to cause border tension here. SU tier is right on top of Louis. Right on top of Louis, yeah. Vicky, if she could solve her diplomatic position, if she could just get to, like, she could build Shwedagon Paya and go free religion, she'd be in much better shape here. Problem is, it's going to be, can she, like... I think this game is actually just going to come down to the diplomacy of how it plays out. Because, like, if Ramses just never gets attacked and never fights and just sits here and just builds for the whole game, I don't see how... I'm not sure I see someone beating him, but if he gets embroiled in warfare, like, a lot of other people have a chance to win. Like, Zara... We haven't really talked that much about Zara, but, like, if he starts conquering territory... He's not in that bad of a spot either. By the way, Vicky has definitely been climbing the scoreboard. You can see she's gone from down in the Joao tier to rising, and I like the currency pickup for her as well. As I said, her big issue is just, wait, wow, why did she pick this spot here? Yeah, ignoring the gems again. Kind of odd. She's actually got a decent sized stack. Why doesn't she just take this stack and go kill the Barb City? You would think, right? Anyway, just checking in again. So Ramses is not interested in fighting. Louis is still technically, apparently, we have enough on our hands already. I actually think the best thing for the AI is not to be plotting war right now. I think they do better by building up. So apparently it's still just Louis. I would think, I mean, I think he's about to declare war on Gandhi literally on this next turn, is what it looks like to me. Let's just refresh the map one more time and see if we get our first conflict here. But I think this stack right here is about to smash Bangalore, and Gandhi is going to be in some trouble after that. Let's see. Yeah, there it is. So, Louis, not the dead man walking that a lot of us thought. He's actually playing a really strong game. If he can take over Gandhi's territory, he's going to be in a really strong position on this map. So Bangalore actually has a decent amount of defenders here. But if you're curious about the power ratio between the two, it's yeah, Louis has been building a lot of military. And in terms of tech, if you're wondering, does Louis have construction? The answer is no. So he might have some difficulty making progress because Gandhi's cities have a lot of culture in them. All right, well that where did Gandhi? Wait, where's okay? Well, he just smashed Gandhi's stack, so that city is going to get captured. No question about that. That city was never defendable by Gandhi anyway. Oh, Ramses Hanging Gardens is another big one. Another pop point in every one of his cities is quite nice. That's definitely nice. Oh, and it looks like Victoria is doing what I said. It looks like she is going to go kill this Barb city over here. Well, maybe. Joao's also trying to attack. This could actually go to either one of them, so let's see what happens here. Joao gets it. Of course. Looks like he just attacked with both units and just took it. That would have been big for Vicky if she could have gotten it. But no. She actually has another settler that I think is going to settle over here. Would have been nice for Vicky to get that one. Yeah, I think she's going to settle like right here. Anyway, if you're curious, we'll go back to this war front in a minute, but I'm curious to see how this border shakes out over here. Oh, wow. No, is Vicky going to settle there? Anyway, well, we'll check back on that in a minute, because Louis got a lot of units here. He does not have construction. That said, this city is not on a hill, and it only has 20% defenses. It has a lot of axes, though, which are really good against swords, so I don't know if this is enough. It might depend partly on the dice rolls. Let's see. That said, these are a lot of City Raider swords. They do that largely offsets the bonus the axes get from melee. If Louis waits and combines all this into one stack, though, he can probably take this city. Which looks like that's what he did. So I like his chances. Yeah, oh man, Vicky. I don't know, Vicky. I'm not sure if I agree with that choice. I don't know about that. Joao is pleased with you. Well, no, he's actually not. He's cautious because of the religious tension. Vicky, you need to get out of this religion ASAP. This Buddhism is not doing you any favors. That or build Shwedagon and go into another religion. She actually has to hope that Ramses spams her with Jewish missionaries so she can get out of this religion. At the moment, he's definitely working on some of the nearby civs, because he's definitely been spreading Judaism. Anyway, let's go back to the war front. Zara's friendly with Joao at +3. Yeah, one of her cities are Jewish. She would just need more of them to convert. They won't convert. They need, like, a clear preponderance of religion to convert. Anyway, let's see. Can Louis batter his way in? Okay, apparently he's waiting another turn. But he cut off the reinforcement angle. Like, he cut this road, so Gandhi cannot reinforce this city. Ramses just got another great prophet. And, I mean, it doesn't look like Gandhi's in much position to go for a cultural victory here. Is he attacking? What's going on here? It looks like he attacked and it didn't go very well. So that's now 3 religions for Ramses. Is that the theology religion, I'm assuming? Yep, he kind of the theology one. Code of Laws, I think, is still out there. Oh, Vicky's going to found the Code of Laws religion. Vicky's about to found the Code of Laws religion here. That's probably even worse for her. That's probably bad news for her, unless she can convert someone to that religion. Yeah, it looks like Louis is having some trouble here. He doesn't have construction, so no catapults make... Oh, that is a big stack, though. That's a big stack. And Ramses got that barbarian city. Definitely, I mean, it feels like things are coming up Ramses right now. Just because I would feel like Victoria had a much better chance if she just didn't have this, if her religious situation was better. Because I just feel like Ramses is in the total driver's seat. He's gotten 3 religions. He's gotten all his neighbors to follow his religion, so they're not going to attack him. And now he can just like do cultural stuff. So yeah, I think Zara's like the other big question is, who is Zara attacking? Well, we have enough on our hands already. He's not attacking Joao because he loves Joao. It's probably Victoria, to be honest. It's either that or, I mean, I guess he could attack Ramses. They do have a lot of border tension. Like, there is that, but he has border tension with Victoria, too. Um, but, like, let's put it this way. If Louis is attacking Gandhi, if Zara is attacking Victoria, and Joao is irrelevant because his economy is horrific, I mean, it's just like, it feels like the game's almost over, and Ramses just wins, because, like, he's just literally done the same thing again, which is just found religions, convert neighbors to his religions, and then just sit there and then just culture. He always has the potential to do that. It's like one of my least favorite. It's like literally my least favorite gameplay style in Civ 4, but it is effective, and like it looks like this might just be a game where everybody just he spreads his religion, everybody ignores him, and then he just sits there and cultures his way to a win, using shrine income, which, as we said, is strong on this map. But it could be possible that Zara is going to attack someone else. That is possible. It could also be that Louis runs over Gandhi and gets gigantic, and then he becomes the runaway. So we have a long way to go here. That's certainly a nice wonder for Louis to pick up too. So long way to go, definitely. But I think Victoria getting that random Buddhism may have sunk her game. Maybe. Hard to say. All right, if Louis is going to punch through, he needs to do it now before the walls finish. No, he did not. I think he just got absolutely wrecked there. I think that just went really badly. Louis probably should have waited for catapults, I think. Because unless I'm mistaken, he had an absolutely huge stack just get wiped out there. And now there's walls in that city, so it's not happening without catapults now. Yeah, ouch. Ouch. That's not so good. Okay, guys. Sort out the first game maps and make them more balanced. Okay, guys, I'm not fielding that. Make them more balanced. That's a little unfair. Anyway, Gandhi going aesthetics. Yeah, that would be one thing, is if Gandhi is able to knock out the knock out Sistine, because that is like the thing for a cultural victory. Really, really helps. I thought the maps were pretty good this year, but to each their own. Anyway, yeah, I think Zara is 100% building up to attack Victoria here, which is unfortunate for both. That will basically torpedo both of their games and take them out of the running, which is a little bit unfortunate. Anyway, so yeah, right now we're just watching this war, but I don't think Louis is going to make much progress unless he can bring catapults. Gandhi's cities are very, very culturally crushed. Gandhi is not close to that, but so yeah, and until Louis gets construction, it's unlikely he can make much progress. Like, you can't really crack these cities. Now, that said, Gandhi is pretty far behind in terms of research. Vicky is also on the aesthetics line too. Interesting. Unfortunately, she's about to get attacked by Zara. Oh. Well, you know, I will say I have a knack for picking the leaders this year, don't I? I have a real knack for picking the leaders, don't I? Oh boy. Well, GG. I mean, that's it. Vicky, Vicky's game is just over. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I'm not quite sure how, but whatever. It's just this year, all throughout this year, whatever I picked just didn't happen. It just didn't. Like, over and over and over again, whatever I picked just did not happen. We've done, what is it, 2 alternate histories, 3 alternate. We did 2 or 3 so far. I think we've done 3 so far. I believe I picked the winner. I believe I picked the leader who got the highest score every single time in the alternate histories, and it just doesn't happen. Oh well. We go on. I guess I'm not gonna harp on this too much, but I'm just a little disappointed that it looks like we're headed for the Ramses literally sits in the corner, never fights anyone, and just wins by culture ending to this game. It just looks like that. I mean, the thing that has torpedoed Victoria in this game is literally Buddhist Holy City randomly spreads on the other side of the world and she converts to a religion that no one else is following. I mean, that's just, there's no way you can plan for that. It's literally just, it's like some tiny odds for that to happen. And that I feel like has probably swung the game because Zara is unlikely to attack her if she's running Judaism. She probably does not attack. So it is what it is. It's a little frustrating, but oh well. Victoria, now you get to do your best to defend. I mean, she certainly didn't do a very good job against Joao down there. We had the question a minute ago was, do these attackers have construction? Which is, and Zara does not, and I'm sure Joao does not, because Joao's going for it, but does not. So Vicky will be fine for the time being. I mean, aside from that, that city was never going to get held. But I mean, it's just like, the difference is, if Victoria's in Judaism, she is pleased with Joao, and Joao will not declare war at pleased. So she actually gets away with this. She also miscaptured this Barb city by like half a turn. So she could easily have both of these and a Portugal down here who will not attack her. And instead now she's in a 2v1 and the game's just over. But like, you know, there's just not a lot you can predict about that. There's only so much you can predict about stuff like that. And yeah, I mean, just unfortunately, I think her game's over now. I also think that I feel like everyone's game is over except maybe Louis, if he can take out Gandhi's territory. The problem is he's using up an immense amount of resources on a war where he doesn't have construction tech yet. And like, these attacks are not going to do anything against a city with walls. Like, it's not happening. So it's just like everything is playing out, could not play out possibly more perfectly for Ramses here. I mean, is he going to declare war? Apparently he is. So who does he dislike? Ramses, I believe, does not declare it please, so he's either attacking Ricky or Gandhi. Probably Gandhi would be my guess. Unless, although with the way this season's going, he's probably marching across the map to go attack Victoria at this point. Probably. That would be, I mean, I'm pretty sure it's Gandhi because he's got a stack building right here. But that would be my luck, that he then marches across the map to attack Victoria. And we have a three-way attack against Vicky. Let's see. She'll be okay until they develop, what's it called? Catapults. But she'll be in a lot of trouble once that happens. Gonna be Victoria 100%. Well, she definitely has the best teching of these AIs. Although Zara's pretty strong too. Zara and Vicky are pretty comparable, I think. Joao is definitely pretty weak, but Gandhi getting shredded on Pi is interesting. Wait, where is that? Oh, okay. Yeah, these little colonies down here just were not defensible by Victoria. Once Joao attacked, literally on the same turn as Zara, they were not holdable. It's just like, I think it's just over for Vicky, and I think her position in this game was pretty good. It was just it was literally the Buddhism pops up in the city of Hastings on the other side of the map. It literally just murdered her game. It's remarkable how something that small can swing these games sometimes. But I mean, yeah, she's in a 2v1. It's like, it's, even if she survives this, like, it's over. She's not gonna, like, these games are snowball affairs, and like, once you slow down, you can't really catch up. Now that is a nice pickup. Chichen Itza, legit big pickup here. But like, once you get slowed down in these conflicts, like, you need to be getting bigger, expanding, getting stronger all the time. Once you start slowing down, you just never catch up to the leaders, is the thing. And Canterbury, by the way, is almost captured here. It might get captured if she doesn't reinforce it. In which case the floodgates are opening. Oh my god, there's down to one. She has one unit left. Why is she building a stable in this city? Like, why are you building a stable? There's one spear left. I mean, if this city dies, the floodgates open, and we actually get a more interesting game. Because Vicky will then die, and then there might be some competition with Ramses' Juggernaut. Alright, she reinforced that spot. Okay, yeah, wow, came down to one city, one unit remaining in there. That's kind of wild. Anyway, over here, Gandhi has still been defending. And here goes the Ramses stack. Who, by the way, Ramses does have catapults. Vicky, that's true. Vicky is getting long ways. The problem for her is Zara and Joao are going to have catapults. See, Catapults there, construction being researched. Even longbows, once the defenses are down and you start collateralizing, even they'd only do so much. Although they are good units, certainly, on the defense. But yeah, it just looks like Ramses is... Things have gone really well for Ramses. Here comes his stack. We'll keep an eye on that. So, like, this attack from Joao is unlikely to do much of anything. Just chipping away here. But it's just really, like, it's just really tough for the AI when they're getting attacked from multiple directions. We've seen that they just really struggle in 1v2 wars. You just know whoever I pick always gets embroiled in these two front wars. Like, Vicky's doing a good job of holding here, but she's getting attacked by a lot of units. If she could sign peace with Zara, she could actually try to run over Joao. That would be her one hope, is sign a peace treaty with Zara and then run over Joao. That would be her only real hope here. All right, here comes the Ramses stack. Louis has been throwing units against Gandhi and not capturing this because he still... Did he ever get construction? Nope, still no construction. Obviously, if Ramses starts acquiring more territory, it's even worse for the rest of the field. Parthenon's a big wonder, too. That helps generate more great artists, certainly. What was it? We were looking at if someone was going to deny. So Vicky getting Statue of Zeus. Vicky is definitely making herself very prickly. She has the the Leave Me Alone Chichen Itza plus Statue of Zeus combo. I don't think she has enough units left here in Canterbury. See, the catapults are working on the defenses, and, like, there's just not a lot of units in here. I think she's done. I don't think she can do this. Yeah, maybe another time for the map discussion, guys. Maybe another time to discuss maps. We're literally in the middle of the championship game. I know people have strong feelings about this map, and some people don't like it, but, like, no map is going to be perfect. I just want to emphasize it again. No map is going to be perfect, you guys. It's always going to favor someone. It's never going to be 100% even. No matter what you do, there's some leaders that are going to be advantaged, some civs that are going to be advantaged. Let's just try to enjoy the game and, like, not freak out about the map stuff for just a minute. Like I said, it's cool that people are interested enough in AI Survivor that they want to discuss this, but I actually start to find it kind of tedious when people just go on and on and on about this aspect of the map and that aspect of the map. So anyway, I mean, I think Vicky's okay against one of these sides. The problem is I think she's about to lose this city up here because Zara's got a lot of units, and I think that's going to fall. There's hardly any units in there unless she can stabilize against one of them. All right, I think Ramses is going to be the one to capture Madras here, unless Louis is the one who goes first in turn order between them. I can't even remember. The turn order is all scrambled on this map, by the way. Well, that'll certainly help Vicky getting a golden age. Maybe she can clear her territory of these units. I just think Zara is going to attack and capture this. He has a very large stack up there. And Joao is a very... I mean, like, there's just so many units. It's so hard for the AI to defend 1v2. Zara is wasting time bombarding. Well, Ramses took out all the defenses. Cao has died in combat. So, is everybody in a war right now? Yeah, it's double 2v1 wars right now. So everybody is engaged in a war. Whoever attacks first is probably going to take Gandhi city. Let's see who actually gets it. It is Ramses with the first city capture. He just keeps the train rolling along here. The last thing the rest of the field needed was for Ramses to get more territory. So Vicky has cleared her territory of Joao's units, but she still has to deal with Zara's units up here. So we'll shift our focus up to this part of the map. As I said, it's going to be tough for this city to hold. Well, she did stuff a lot of units in there. All right, and that might be that actually might be the death knell on this game. Ramses got Parthenon and Sistine Chapel. And he already has a shrine with 30 gold per turn. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, Ramses has played a perfect game. The diplomacy has broken in his favor decently, but he's also played really well. Like he's legitimately played super well. And taking out Gandhi is definitely a big hit here. He's also befriended Louis because like Louis being friendly with him is also huge. They've got the mutual faith and shared civics. What's the shared civic that they both like? It's her. Okay, hereditary rule. Eventually, people will drop hereditary rule. If Ramses drops hereditary rule and goes like free religion, there is a possibility that Louis could get into a conflict with him. But for the moment, they're like best buds. We'll see how aggressive Ramses wants to be in terms of going for culture here. All right, so Vicky is certainly trying to cram enough units in here. Now, all the defenses are gone now. So we'll see if Zara tosses in the attack or not. Louis still does not have construction, so it's going to be tough for him to take anything off Gandhi. I'm wondering if Ramsey's just going to get everything from Gandhi because he actually has construction. And now Joao's back with another stack again. So, like, Vicky can't reinforce that northern city. You see, she mauled the stack from Joao, but now Zara has, like, this ridiculous amount of power here. Louis was the power leader for a while, but not anymore. Zara just has a lot of power here. I mean, he has 6 catapults. How many units is this? That's 36 units. I mean, it's just so many units. I feel like this stack just powers its way through Canterbury. There's just so many units there. But maybe I'm wrong. But I'm not. That's the thing. It doesn't matter if you have longbows. When there's that many units attacking, it's not going well. So I do think we're headed towards a world where we're down to just 4 AIs remaining, with Vicky out and Gandhi out between the two of them. Like, Vicky will defend for a while, but it's hard for me to see. Now, that does mean that Zara could get elevated into a really strong status as well. Again, Louis, just get catapults, buddy. You're never capturing anything if you don't get catapults. Canterbury? No, Canterbury. And like Joao does, okay, Joao once again tried to attack and didn't break through. Zara will be healing that stack and it'll be moving forward afterwards. Yeah, that's a good question. Which cities have Chichen Itza and Statue of Zeus? That's an important question. Let's see. I don't scroll past them. Chichen Itza. It doesn't say what city. Oh, it's in York. And they're both in York. Okay. So that's right here. Over here. This spot here. Yeah, that's a very important city to hold both of those wonders. You know, like, Vicky's trying to counterattack, but like, even if she could stabilize from here, she was even in a golden age there, and it didn't matter. I will say that I think in a scenario where the diplomacy breaks down slightly differently, I think Victoria actually has decent odds to win on this map, just based on what we've seen thus far. Like, she was not in a weak position at all. Oh, okay. Apparently that's captured. And then Ramses has completed another shrine. I feel like Ramses is just out of control in this game. Like, everything that he needed to do, he's done. And he's just, like, starting to run away with it. Because he, not only is he, like, the biggest and strongest Civ, he's only getting more. But he's literally taking Gandhi's territory. He's just running away. I don't see how Zara can, like, conquer fast enough to catch up. And, like, Louis was bigger than Ramses, but, like, Louis not getting any of the territory in this war. It's all going to Ramses. And he just founded another religion as well. He has 1, 2, 3, 4. He has 4 of the 6 religions so far. That's more than enough to win a cultural victory. Oh, Louis? Okay, well, Louis actually gets this one. I will... Oh, no, Louis. And then it gets recaptured by Gandhi. Are you kidding me? So Ramses is going to get it after all. So Ramses is going to get this. And he just built Notre Dame as well. Louis, how could you fail to capture... You literally captured the city and then didn't bother to garrison it. Oh my goodness. So Ramses 100% gets this city now. because he apparently moved. So apparently Ramses. Wait, what? What is going on here? Louis just founded a city here. What is going on here? Why is Ramses not taking this? What is going on? Anyway, if you're curious about over here, Zara is going for Liverpool. Ramses rampage. Yeah, we might need to check the power graphs just to see what the heck is happening. Apparently Louis lost a bunch. Apparently Gandhi lost units, but not recently. That was Vicky losing her border city here. Liverpool's going to get captured, but I think the catapults are bombarding the defenses. And then meanwhile over here, Joao is going to try to take this. I don't think he has enough though. His units are a little outdated. Well, let's see who gets Varanasi. All right, it does of course go to Ramses. I don't know what Louis is doing in this game. These attacks, somehow he twice had that city and then lost it both times. All right, he finally has construction now. Somehow Ramses has this city as well. Anyway, over here, all right, so Joao signed peace, which is not unexpected, but I still don't think that, I think that Vicky doesn't have enough here. I mean, Ramses is finishing guild, so he's about to have knights. I think Zara at this point, I think Zara just wins the 1v1 against Victoria, because like Vicky's taken a lot of damage here. It does look like Gandhi's probably going to be first to die though. Let's see, yeah, because she only has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. She only has 8 cities left. And Zara has many more than that. Zara has more than that. Let's just put it that way. Vicky's teching is still good, but like there's only so much you can do when you're like half the size of someone else. Anyway, meanwhile, so we still have the 2v1 against Gandhi. And we'll see if Louis can ever have some success, or if just every city is going to go over to Ramses here. Well, there are no catapults in this stack, so if they attack, they're just all going to die. Kind of remarkable that Louis just failed to research construction and just like completely whiffed on his entire war effort. He still has no catapults in any of these stacks. Like, he just completely trolled his war effort. So Ramses is just it's just easy mode for Ramses. University of Sancor is nice for Zara just to deny it to Ramses. And Vicky has knights, so I mean, defeating her is not going to be easy, but I just feel like Zara has such a big numerical edge, it's going to be hard to stop. That said, getting through the castle plus Chichen Itza is an absolute pain in the butt. So, interesting turn 150 here. Right now, Zara's got a big old stack up here. It looks like it's headed for Newcastle, which already has its defenses down, as Vicky is still trying to build stock exchanges there. Did Louis settle a city? Yes, he did. Louis settled this city. You can tell because it has a French name. North of Varanasi. Where is Varanasi? Yes, he did. He settled it in the middle of the war, which is kind of hilarious. I'm not really sure why he did that. Joao is researching horseback riding to give you an idea of his situation. Is he plotting war? Okay, he's not plotting war. If you're curious about the current diplomacy here, there's a lot of people who are friends, a lot of green and also a lot of dark red here for AIs that dislike one another. Unfortunately, Zara is actually friendly with everyone other than Victoria and Gandhi. So as much as we'd like to see Zara like clash with Ramses, I mean, it's not happening. He loves Ramses, because Zara is Zara really has strong feelings about religion. You convert him to your religion, you got a lifetime friend. Anyway, GMP, Ramses has kind of got the lead in most of these categories, by at least some extent. He's kind of leading in everything here, really leading in culture. It's true that Vicky is a self-founded religion. That's true. Zara could try to flip into Christianity, because the AI does have a preference for cities they control. That said, Zara has a lot of Judaism in his city, so it would be tricky to get him to flip, but we'll see. Do we have a minute to look at the central jungle deforestation? Sure. I mean, as of right now, you can see the jungle's mostly gone from the center of the map. You can see it's pretty much been cut down almost everywhere. Now it's just like a fertile grassland region. I would say a city like this is pretty productive, yes. So yeah, the AIs have not had that much difficulty in making those cities productive. All right, we're going to continue to watch the progress of these wars. Louis continues to... The funny thing about Louis is he had all this territory, all these cities, and yet like this war has done basically nothing for him just because he forgot to build catapults. Like literally, he just didn't build catapults. And so he's just done nothing in this war. It's just like remarkable. He just forgot to bring catapults. He didn't research construction, and yeah, he just didn't have a way to break the defenses of Gandhi's cities. So he's just done nothing. He's been completely ineffective in this entire conflict. Again, just kind of remarkable. Anyway, Zara is going to take Newcastle in a turn or so, because these knights and war elephants and horse archers, they don't get defensive bonuses, so they won't be able to take advantage of that. Now, Ramsey should be pushing forward soonish. Like, there's this big stack here, but, like, what's it going to do? Against 50% defenses? It's not happening. Is Zara attacking? What is... Did he combine into one stack, or is he waiting for these units to get over here? Not sure. Or are Vicky's units just too strong for him to get through the defenses? Okay, well, that is a big stack. That has a lot of units in it. I can't see how many, but there's a lot there. More than in Newcastle. Alright, Ramses is... Unlike Louis, Ramses has actually brought siege units and is targeting a different spot. So yeah, that attack by Louis just completely achieved nothing. Let's see if this attack on Newcastle succeeds. Or if it even happens. Never mind, this stack looked like it just wandered away. Or did Zara get crushed here? No, it looks like he didn't attack. Anyway, well, Ramses is not making this mistake. Ramses has just got a stranglehold on this game. Is he wandering away to a different city? Possibly. I mean, maybe, but he has like 3 catapults in this stack. Nottingham has 125% defenses. So that's not going to work. Just feels like all the other AIs have just been playing kind of poorly in this, either playing poorly or had like RNG go against them. And Ramses is just kind of crushing everybody. Like, it doesn't really feel like the game is that close. He's just kind of annihilating the field here. Vicky was probably the one who could challenge him the best, but yeah, she got 2v1 and she needed to stay at peace. She needed to just stay out of conflict to be viable in this one. Mercantilism plus Great Lighthouse, Poison Pill. I mean, that still looks pretty good. 10 commerce and trade routes from self-trade routes, that still seems pretty good to me. So, yeah, Ramsey's just like, I don't know, styling on everybody in this game. He's made them all look foolish. Victoria on gunpowder now. She got redcoats and flip doors now. She's too far behind at this point. It's not possible. Ramsey says double her score. Like, she's just too far behind. And he's getting the first 2 bonuses on the tech tree. If you're curious what he took, it was astronomy. Okay. Like, Louis is just running a clown show over here. I guess he finally got 3 catapults to start knocking down the defenses at Pataliputra, but, like, he's gotten almost nothing. Ramses is opening up a second core over here. It does look like Louis is probably going to get Pataliputra, though. And if you're curious what Zara is doing, Zara has now turned away from Nottingham and gone back towards Newcastle. But Newcastle actually is looking stronger and stronger right now. Starting to look stronger. I don't see that those defenses getting broken anytime soon. Yeah, Ramses does not need to go for like some cheeky cultural win here. He could just like straight up win by spaceship or whatever because he's the strongest AI. Okay, Gandhi's got a lot of units in there. And Ramses is not quite marching forward yet. Anyway, does Louis have enough to capture this? It is looks like he does, as he leaves one unit behind. But I think he gets it on the inner turn, on the following turn. There was literally one unit. There was one horse archer at 1.5 health still standing in there. All right, so Louis does pick up at least something for himself here. Does look like Gandhi has a pretty firm lock on first to die status right now. So Louis is taking cities on the west coast. Ramses is getting them on the east coast. Wait, what city is that? Where is that a... Who got that? Where in the world is this? Where... Oh. Oh, that's a Zara city. Okay. Okay. Interesting. It's Ethiopia. Sorry, I was like, what the heck? Where? I was like, where is this? And if you're curious, it looks like Victoria has beaten off this latest attack against her. It looks like being down to just Zara and having access to knights does seem like it's flipped things. Does make you wonder what her situation would have been like if she hadn't been in a 2v1 scenario. Like, what would Vicky's game look like if she had, number one, just not gotten attacked, or number two, at least if it had been like a 1v1. What if she had just been attacked by Joao and Zara had gone off and attacked someone else? Does make you wonder. Anyway, Zara is, Joao is not planning a war. Everybody else is in a conflict of some kind. Right now, the main thing is Gandhi is just collapsing, understandably. Yeah, he's got very little left. Question is, can Louis get down here in time to snipe this from Ramses? The answer is almost certainly not. Ramses has got too big of a stack. Yeah, this city's going to fall on like the inner turn. Louis will not get down here in time to snipe it. So Ramses continuing to collect almost all of the spoils from this war. Louis has gotten what, one city? Yeah, Louis has gotten one city. Ramses has gotten 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll see who gets the rest, but there's Shwedagon Pai. I wonder if he would go free. The one danger for Ramses is if he goes free religion, because he will lose a lot of the benefits of his diplomatic situation if he goes free religion. Anyway, Zara is back trying to attack again here. Let's see if he has any more success this time. He's going to continue bombarding the defenses at Newcastle, but he also took out those chariots or catapults that for some reason were outside of Vicky's city. Looks like Vicky's managed to hold here. It looks like she's holding. Actually has a decent stack back here. Ramses getting Spiral Minaret is certainly nice too. I mean, you can see the lead he's opening up on the scoreboard. It's getting less close, not more close, is what I'll say. Which is a bit unfortunate. It would be nice if we had a more dramatic championship game. It looks like this might be a game where one AI just absolutely stomps the rest of the field. Sometimes that happens, though. Spiral Minaret is nice because he has a lot of religious buildings. You know, if we... Just the extra 2 gold. It might not seem like much, the extra 2 gold. By the way, look at all these wonders in here. It's pretty crazy. It might not seem like a lot, but getting that extra 2 gold... It really does matter because it's independent of the slider. Like, you get that 2 gold per turn per religious building, and it doesn't matter what you're... It's like shrine income. It doesn't matter what you're doing on the slider. So you can just... I mean, like, if you want to see everybody's research output right now, so Louis is at 200, 219 per turn. Vicky is still at 367. She has, like, half a Civ. 92, 309. Zara's at 482. Zara's losing money, though. And then Ramses is 1,074. While running positive gold on the slider. I mean, it's... Yeah, and he's about to build Taj Mahal. It's not close. Yeah, he's just running away with it. It's a snowball game, guys. Civ4 is a snowball game, and he is snowballing it. Um, so it'll be interesting to see if he even turns on the slider and goes for culture. He probably will because, well, he hasn't really been spreading his. I still don't see a ton of religions here yet. Oh, Vicky actually got peace with Zara. Okay. She didn't get a city back, but she is actually back at peace. Now, she's too far behind to have a realistic shot now, but that will definitely help her. And of course, obviously, she detests Zara. Interesting that she's only -4 with Wow. But she really dislikes Zara. Still, we could see Zara potentially. So Zara cannot declare. Zara can't declare war on Ramses. Can't declare war on Louis. Can't declare war on Joao. Can only attack Gandhi and Victoria. So it's like the excitement we want to see, which is like Zara jumping into this war against Louis or against Ramses. It can't happen because of shared religion. Literally can't happen because of shared religion. So yeah. The only thing that really flips this is, like, as I said, like if Ramses goes into free religion or something, which could happen, but he's more likely to stay with this. He's just building all the wonders. Anyway, Louis takes that city, so Louis is hanging in there. He at least got something. The borders are going to be all messed up between Louis and Ramses. There is a possibility that Louis and Ramses could find themselves at war if, now, not right now. They're friendly with each other right now. Ramses is actually +20 with Louis right now. Oh man, +20. But like if they drop the shared faith bonus and drop the civics bonus, which should both go away in time. Louis likes him because he's running hereditary rule. And if they drop the religion and drop the hereditary rule, which is likely to happen at some point, then we could see potentially some friction between them. They have approximately 1 billion instances of border tension between them because their civs like overlap in a crazy way. So that could happen down the road, but for right now, nah. Anyway, they're both assaulting. They're very politely both going for different cities right now. And then we'll see who actually can get like the kill credit. I think they might both capture both of these cities on the same turn, which would be pretty funny. Zara did a big civic swap, obviously. All right, well, there goes the defenses in Lahore. If you want something really funny, would be if this random wandering Ramses Knight captures Lahore, because there's one defender left in there. But yeah, I think both cities are going to get captured here on this turn. Yep. So now it'll come down to who takes the final city. Vicky did a big civic swap as well. It'll be interesting to see if Vicky gets early rifles or for her redcoats. Because if she's early to redcoat, she might have a possibility of getting some revenge. Not enough to win the game, but might be enough to get some revenge on somebody here. Joao would be the easier target, of course, because he's still he's still running around with horse archers, so yeah. You get the idea. But more likely Zara is just going to come back, because Zara might be going for early rifles as well. If Victoria can ascend a second, I can get reverse points. Unfortunately, that doesn't look very likely right now either. And it looks like Ramses is in a better position to get the last hit here. I'm using League of Legends terminology, get the last hit. Get the kill credit here. I mean, it would be deserved. Ramses has done most of the work in this war. A lot of people... Okay, Zara looks like he is going for early rifles. Yep. How about Vicky? Yep. Well... They need to, they would both be quite strong against anyone other than each other. The problem is I think that they are most likely to fight each other if they go back to war again. All right, here comes Louis, who's going to get the... Anyway, Ramses went free speech, Ramses went uni-suffrage, so he dropped hereditary rule. If you're curious about his cultural cities, they're not especially close just yet. He's still got a ways to go, but he's getting there. Here comes Louis' stack. Problem for Ramses right now is I think he only has like one trebuchet bombarding Calcutta. It's really anybody's guess who gets this. I wouldn't say it's super important who gets the kill credit. It's just dumb luck, basically, about who attacks when here. Let's see. Will someone attack this turn? I think it's going to be Ramses, because I think Louis just knocked it down to low. I think Louis took out all the defenses, and then I think Ramses will get the actual finishing blow here. And I think Ramses deserves it. Yeah, Ramses deserved the kill credit more. So I can't say that like I'm sad to see that happen, but certainly this was a war where almost all of the spoils went to Ramses because I mean he deserved it. He played the war much better than Louis did. Louis played this war quite poorly. All right, Indian Civ has been destroyed. All right, let's mark this down. So Gandhi first to die. Of all the games this season, Gandhi could have been first to die. I did not think this was the one that was going to be first to die. Somehow he dodges first to die in his opening round game, but then dies here in this one to freaking Ramses. Although that said, because Gandhi's piece weight is so high, Ramses actually didn't like him that much either in this one. So no championship for Gandhi. Championship turn. What are we on? 182. Not for Gandhi. Ramses gets the kill credit. First kill of the season. I think that was mentioned in chat. So if we go to the championship game, first eliminated, there was some decent money on Gandhi for first to die, which wasn't crazy because it was based on like Ramses or Louis founds a religion. They spread it around. Gandhi is stuck with a religion that no one else practices, which is kind of what happened in this game. So that actually ended up going pretty well. Gandhi gets first to die points, so ABC gets 2 more points from Gandhi being first to die. Can't score anymore, but 38's a pretty good total. Ramses gets another point for... Who has Ramses? Maniac gets that point. And I think that's all we have to fill in now on this screen, so we'll go back to the game here. Good season for Gandhi. He got pretty lucky in his opening round game, although not like insanely lucky. Him winning was probably like a 15%. It was like a 10 to 20% outcome, and he managed to hit on it, which is like not absurd, but not like the most likely result. All right, now the question is, can anyone do anything to stop Ramses from just walking away with this game? And I think the answer to that is no, but we will play it out and see what actually ends up happening. So I guess I might have to get ready to play a Ramses game down the road. He's not one of my favorite AI. All right. And he's like, yeah, you know what? I'm just going to continue styling on you guys. Here's the Statue of Liberty on turn 183. So, yep. I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing here. Diplomatically, if you're curious about how everybody feels. So, Vicky and Zara do not like each other at all. Other than that, most of the field's pretty peaceful. Although it is noteworthy that, look at this, Louis is pleased towards Ramses. Louis can declare war at pleased, you guys. So that is a possibility. Note that they have -4 for close borders cause tension. I think that's as high as the border tension can go. I mean, look at how much their borders overlap. It's pretty wild. So, yeah. Just keep an eye on that. Now, can Louis beat Ramses in a war? Probably not. Especially because Ramses is finishing rifling as well. Ramses, by the way, not pulling a Willem in this game. Got to give him credit for this. Not pulling a Willem. Now, he did go all the way to communism and physics and okay. So maybe he kind of did pull a Willem. It's just his economy is so good it doesn't matter. He went all the way to communism, physics, corporation, astronomy, and democracy before getting rifling. So he kind of actually did pull a Willem in this game. It just doesn't matter because he is... Oh my god. Oh my god. He is so far ahead of Louis. Look at this. Oh my god. How about Victoria? She's actually a little bit better. But, yeah, holy smokes. And then Joao is pretty far behind. Oh my god. Okay. Also just finished the Kremlin. Yeah, this is not going to end well for the rest of the field, is it? This is not going to end well for the rest of the field. I just, yeah. Sometimes the one AI just gets really far ahead and just absolutely drops the hammer. And I feel like that's this game in this one. I have the turn 285 spaceship. I'm thinking we don't get close to that. I think we win before that, honestly. Not going to be a slog of an endgame. It's definitely going to be a shorter one. Yeah, Louis would be a speed bump. I think that's right. Well, if Victoria can somehow get in second place on score... Problem is she is not well liked either. Like, Zara literally cannot attack anyone else because he's friendly with everyone else. So Zara is probably coming back. Although he's not plotting war right now. He's not plotting war. Ramses, I would be surprised if he's plotting war, but you never know. Oh, no, he's not. Okay. How about Joao? Nope. Victoria? Nope. Okay. Nobody's currently plotting war. Alright, so we'll just hit next turn a couple times and keep an eye on how far ahead Ramses is. He is really, really far ahead. He's almost like a full era ahead in tech over everybody else. Which was always a possibility. I did say I thought Ramses was going to be strong on this map. I said it would be Ramses, Victoria, or Gandhi. Well, Gandhi's dead and Victoria's in last place. And everybody hates her. And Ramses is just sitting atop his throne. On like a pile of human skulls. No, he's just really, really far ahead. I do wonder if he goes for culture or goes for space. Because he is not doing the stuff that you see oftentimes. He also went state property, so his costs are like non-existent right now. Well, he's upgrading units because he just got rifling. Feels like it might be more spaceship. I don't know. Because like normally with the AI wants to go for culture, you see them with like, he would have like 3, 4, 5 religions in these cities. And I don't see him doing that. He seems like he's keeping the pedal to the metal on research right now. So he might be going for space. We might see like a turn 250 or 260 spaceship here, which would be ridiculous, but we might be seeing something like that. Anyway, so yeah, a lot of people just got rifling. Like Victoria has rifling for her red coat. Zara has rifling. Zara has about a gazillion, rifles in Canterbury right now. I think Zara is going to declare war on Victoria again. I really do. He is building missionaries. Is that true? Is he? I don't see a ton of missionaries being built. I see a couple. I wouldn't say I see a ton of missionaries being built. Maybe he already has them out on the field though. I don't know. We'll see. If he turns on the slider, we'll see. He might actually be faster to space than culture on this map. I know there was some discussion that on this map, space might actually be faster than culture for the AIs that get like a really big economic lead. So anyway, we're just kind of chilling right now, waiting for something to happen action-wise. If Ramses were to go to war, well, he actually can't declare war on anyone right now, so that's irrelevant. He literally can't declare war because he's please locked with everybody. Some of the other AIs could certainly go to war, though. As we said, Zara can only go to war with Victoria. And out of the other AIs, Louis can declare war on anyone if he wants to. He's apparently plotting war with someone. He dislikes Victoria the most, but I would actually be a little surprised if he declared war on Victoria because they have like no border tension at all. Very, very little. Whereas he has, as I said, 8 billion tiles of border tension with Ramses. It's probably more likely he'd go after Ramses. Now that would end very poorly for Louis. But you never know. Stranger things have happened. We'll just see who he's thinking about. And then Joao is technically in this game. Joao's only thing in this game he has done is he basically just ruined Vicky's game and done nothing else. He'll have to take it from our cold dead hands. He's not plotting war right now. And Victoria would seem to be a poor decision to plot war, which she is not doing. So let's see if we can spot where Louis has a stack building, if he is indeed plotting war. Can be hard to tell. Well, I guess we don't have to look for where he's going anymore. Well, Louis, Godspeed, man. Godspeed, Louis. You tick up that war declaration counter. So much for Louis' impressive game. His game was going well right up until he declared. I mean, this is the power graph. Ramses has rifling, and Louis does not. So that was a thing that happened. So much for their relationship. Looks like Louis' stack is actually down here, but he has all medieval units. So here's Ramses' stack. Okay. Well, these two are likely to clash on the first turn of the war, and it's not going to go well for one of these sides. All right. Is that stack still alive? It is for the time being. I don't know why. I don't know why Ramses didn't just hit this stack with his units, but we'll see. Yeah, Louis does not have gunpowder yet. He is very, very far behind technologically. Vicky is actually in second place on tech. That's pretty remarkable. Yeah, there's 84 units in this Ramses stack. This is not going to go well for you, Louis. Let's just refresh the map so we see any city captures that might take place. So for the moment, Ramses is just chilling, it seems. Well, there was a stack there. And then Ramses decided to take action. I guess, well, Louis, oh, never mind. Louis has 115 units here. Okay, but there's 68 Ramses units here. It's interesting that the main clash in this war is happening down here in the deep south. Vicky, if you would just drop the Buddhism and go to free religion, which you absolutely could at this point. All right, well, yep, well, oh my god. Louis had 100 units on that stack, and there's like 3 knights remaining. There's literally a knight with 1.9 and a mace with 0.3. There were 100 units in that stack. There were 115 units in that stack. Now, there were 68 units in the Ramsey stack, and I see 37 now. But that was like 115 units killed for 30. Oh my goodness. This is going to be incredible. We got to advance it. Does it show up this turn, or do we have to advance one more turn? Oh, we got to... Ramsey has so much stuff. We got to use his graph now. Oh my god. Are you kidding me? That's one of the worst we've ever seen. I don't know if we've ever seen something that bad. Are you kidding me? In one turn? Ramsey's got 2 great generals in one turn. Oh my god. His power, Louis' power is lower than Joao's now. Oh my goodness. Okay. This is, yeah. And now Ramsey starts capturing cities because he's killed the entire stack. Rename Lower to Waterloo, basically. Yeah, he's not going to be able to replenish those units. Yeah, and it's Cavs against longbows. Like, what do you think is going to happen? Oh boy. Okay. Meanwhile, Zara, is he plotting war as well? It looks like, yeah, we have enough on our hands too. Unfortunately for Victoria, there's only one person he can attack. We just saw on the graph that, oh my god, that Zara's here and Victoria's here. So I don't think that's gonna go well for Vicky. I mean, she's got redcoats, but Zara has rifles as well. Anyway, we'll keep an eye on that. But for right now, I think we're about to see the northern yellow tentacle and the southern yellow tentacle start meeting together in the middle any turn now. Because this Louis is not going to be around for much longer here. I'm actually surprised Ramses hasn't started oh, here they comes. I was going to say I'm surprised he hasn't started capturing cities yet. Also cannons as well, so much for your medieval walls. Well, here, now they're starting to fall. There's the first one down. Bombay will probably be next. Rams is on assembly line, by the way. There goes Bombay, another holy city. Ramsey's economy is totally out of control in this game, by the way. Just got another shrine. I mean, he can just run. Look, he's 90% research, and he's plus 429 gold per turn. He has 5,000 gold in the bank. He literally can't even spend his money. That's how rich he is on this map. Ramses, you know, the thing is, Ramses may actually try to go for a domination win here. I don't know if he's going to be able to, because he might be pleased with everybody. He's actually pleased with Victoria now, too. I don't know if he's going to be able to, but there is the possibility that when the AI gets a certain amount of territory, they sometimes just, they're like, oh, I'm at 50% land area. I'm just going for domination now. They actually will do that sometimes when they get close to that victory condition. Just be like, screw it, I'm going for domination right now. Yeah, him being in he also has the universal suffrage hammers too, which tends to be not the best civic, but the AI often struggles with production, so it can be pretty good for them. All right, Louis got a stack over here, but like, what are knights gonna do? There's freaking infantry in Ramses cities right now. I don't think that's gonna cut it. So yeah. Where is that giant stack? Is that still down here? Upgrading somewhere. Where is the big Ramses stack? It was down here. I'm not quite sure. Well, I don't think it'll have much opposition if it runs up here to Avignon or Amiens. Yeah, they lost that big bone. Oh, there it is. Okay. Decided to take a snack out of this French city, Avignon up here. Yeah, Louis is collapsing. He's trying to go for rifling, but I don't know if he's going to make it before. He'll probably get there, but he's not going to have a lot left by the time he gets there. Oh, now you try to go back to hereditary rule. He's like, no, I didn't mean it. Please, let's go back to hereditary rule. It's like, no deal. Also went theocracy mercantilism as well. Anyway, Zara is presumably about to declare war as well with his big stack. Where's Ramses doing with these units over here? He's going to conquer all of Louis. Yeah, the thing is, once you hit... There is something in Civ 4 called the Conqueror's Plateau, which means once you hit a certain point, it's when you... It depends on the map settings and like what settings you pick. But there is a point where you get to like 30-ish cities where like adding more cities doesn't really make them much more expensive. I mean, you still pay more cost, but like you stop paying inflationary more cost once you get up to this Conqueror's Plateau. So once you can run an economy that's viable at the Conqueror's Plateau, you can kind of just take more cities indefinitely. Yeah. So that's a real thing. It's just due to the math of how... I mean, he's on industrialism, guys. He's going to have tanks in a couple more turns. Where's Bangalore? Oh, that's the Louis city over here. So, yeah, Louis is losing about a city every turn right now. Oh, man. By the way, Zara is getting close to second place. I don't know how meaningful that is. Or Joao is getting close to second place, amazingly. I'm kind of surprised that Joao's managed to get back in this game. So that's 2 cities down. One in the north. Yeah, I mean, this game is... It's pretty much all of it. Let's just put it this way. The competition now is who gets second place. It's not who's going to be the winner in this game. Nobody can catch up to Ramses. He will actually probably be slower if he decides to go for culture than if he just keeps pedal to the metal on... Yeah, Louis is losing a city every turn, basically. He'll probably be slower if he goes for culture than if he just keeps researching right now. Yeah, Joao for second is still technically alive. I guess Victoria for second is theoretically still alive. What would need to happen there would be Zara Ramses goes free religion, and then Ramses takes out Zara, and Victoria overcomes Joao for the score lead between the two of them. Ramses currently is in love with both of these two, though. As we said, would need one of them to drop out. It would be funny if we had it builds the Pentagon as well. It would be funny if we had the UN build. The UN was built, and we went to free religion. By the way, we could have we could theoretically have a Diplo victory here if somebody voted for Ramses. Like, it would be Ramses against Zara, and Joao would probably vote for Ramses, right? Maybe not. I don't know. Could happen, though. So for the moment, we still have, like, this narrow band of Louis territory running across the middle of the map, but that's not going to last for much longer. It's collapsing. Like, Marseille is going to get captured here, and Rouen is going to get captured here any second now, too. Boy, this is what the French soccer team usually does to other people. Not the other way around. Anyway, so yeah, Louis really should not have picked this war. It's going as badly as you would have thought here. Alright, so we're just going to continue pushing on here, because Louis is not long for this world. And then we can reassess in the aftermath of... By the way, note that because we're on a bigger map, bronze working discovered by the Observer Civ on turn 218 instead of our normal turn 201. At long last, Egypt is connected. I know. Egypt is healing. The northern and southern parts of the kingdom are reconnecting. So Louis did finally get to rifling tech. Like, does it matter? Not really. Ramses just went police state. Yeah, congrats on bronze working. I know. I'm a little surprised this city is still holding out. Was that Zara declaring war? No. thought Ramses adopted police state last turn. Really, the question is just, would someone go free? By the way, Victoria has stuck with Buddhism the entire game just based off that one city converting on like turn 70 or something. Pretty wild. And it's funny because it picked up the religion literally the same turn that Ramses founded the minority religion. Just really wild. All right, so Louis has 6 cities left. If you're curious about the domination limit, Ramses is at 37%, so he'll probably be about 45% by the time he finishes taking over Louis' territory. He would probably need to take over one more wing of the Starfish in order to win by domination. So it's unlikely, but it's not impossible, considering how far ahead he is. But it is kind of fun watching an AI just run over the map. Poor Louis. I mean, he started the war. I don't think Ramses would have attacked him. Terrifying how close Schwau is to second. Yeah, that's close in score with Zara. Part of the issue is Zara is losing... Zara's losing tiles to Ramses' culture. This city, Cherokee, which was a Zara city, ended up getting flipped over to over there. Of course, now Zhuao is going to start losing some pressure to the immense Egyptian culture as well. But yeah, it's pretty close between the two of them. I wish Zhuao had been a little bit more dynamic in this game. He's basically done nothing other than just screw over Victoria. He literally... Okay, yeah, free power plants for every city. There's the tanks now popping up. He is basically like, I'm just going to screw over Victoria because Sula picked Victoria, and we have to make sure that Sula's picks don't actually come true. Christo does basically nothing, or does very little for Ramses because he was already spiritual. I guess it means he can do a civic swap every turn now. Alright, and Zara also goes Emancipation. Does not go free religion. No one's gone free religion in this game, which is interesting. I would be amused if we got one of those UN resolutions. It's like, everyone goes free religion. Instead, Ramses just building all... Yeah, Ramses has not shown any sign that he's going culture, though. Because didn't he already do plastics? Plastics is usually the tech that the AIs turn on religion, if they're going to go religion. So it seems more likely he wants to stay on the spaceship path, I think. I'd say he's looking at like a turn 260 spaceship, 265 at the current pace, just estimating if he keeps pedal to the metal. He also built Eiffel Tower there. If you're curious, he's not really close to culture in any of his cities. He already has half of world population. And as I said, he'd probably be a little over 45% on land area if he takes over the rest of Louis' territory, which it certainly looks like he's going to right now. He slowed down his conquering pace a little bit. Blurvis, this is my second season watching. It's a source of enjoyment. You have a real community here. It's fun to get together every week to watch. Thanks. I'm glad you're looking forward to season 10. It has been fun. Even if this game is not playing out exactly the way that I would have intended. Oh my god, look at this. Oh my god, look at this stack. That's 118 units. Even though this game is maybe not playing out the way that I wanted, it has been a lot of fun. Maybe one of these years my picks will stop being cursed. I know that they're just cursed because when we've done the alternate histories, my picks have been pretty good, actually. Like, I had Brennis to win that one game that we did the alternate histories, and he ended up winning the most games. And then I had Surya Varman in the playoff game that we did the alternate histories on, and he ended up winning the most games. And then the one that I did, the one winner I actually got was Gilgamesh. And like to be fair, he was like the second most likely to win. But it was pretty close between him and Justinian in that open round game. So I think that at least in the alternate histories we've done so far, the stuff I picked has been reasonably good. Not just like a disastrous misread or anything like that. Oh yeah, do you want to see troop numbers? We actually had multiple people asking for that, so sure, we might as well. Good time to look at that. So we'll do Louis first. He looks like he has about 20-ish units, something like that. I can't remember the exact way to read this. And yeah, Ramses has, 350-something units, something like that. Something like that. 480. It's military support. It's the cost plus the free support, so 488. and Louis has 26 units, something like that. So yeah, that you keep working on that, Louis. I mean, you can see why. He just has no cities left, and the ones he does have are horrifically unhappy because they have no resources left, and war weariness is killing them. Oh yeah, and doesn't have emancipation either. Too bad Ramses doesn't declare war at Pleased, because if he did, problem is he won't attack anyone else after this. Oh, he could attack Victoria, I suppose, if he wants to go for cultural victory or domination victory. He could try to go after Vicky. I wouldn't say it's impossible, considering how close. Okay, he has mechs now. I didn't even realize he had robotics. Okay, he has mechs now. How close is he on the spaceship? Just out of curiosity. Does look like he's just going to go spaceship. All right, he has most of the modern era to go. Early robotics does not help you with the spaceship. The space elevator does help the AI a little bit. Mostly it's just you get mechs, which are one of the game's best units. Because the AI can upgrade all their outdated like infantry and machine guns. You can just turn them all into mechs, and they have the highest defensive strength in the game. They have 2 movement. It's like, how would you like to have like a longbow that's really, really strong, but also gets 2 moves, and it also heals every turn. Even if it attacks, it still heals. Pretty good units, you might say. Up here, I'm curious if the paratroopers are going to take out Chartres. Yeah. I don't know why he landed paratroopers on every single tile, but I think that's enough paratroopers to defeat rifles. Yeah, I mean, paratroopers are kind of weak strength-wise for their era, but if you're facing outdated units, it's the gunships and paratroopers. Again, these are like super late-game units, so you don't get to see them that often. But if you have a tech edge, you can just paratroop drop units in, and like they can just kill rifles without much trouble. Similarly, gunships can't stand up against most other units in their era because they're like light cavalry harassment units. But if you're fighting someone and they're outdated in tech, like if you get gunships against rifles, you can just run right up to cities and you can kill every defender. Of course, gunships can't actually capture cities, but they can kill all the defenders if you have a big tech edge. Is this the first rifles, first robotics games we've seen? I think we've seen it before. Oh yeah, I should be talking more. Zara's WoW is very close. Very, very close here. They're separated by 17 points at the moment. Interesting. And Ramses just gifted Bangalore over to Joao. That was a city that was... Obviously, it was a Indian city at first. Then I think Louis captured it, and then it was given over. So that might give Joao the edge in this competition. Again, what's hurting... Zara is he's losing a lot of tiles here. Very, very close between them. Are second place ties possible? I mean, I guess if they had exactly the same score on the final turn, that's virtually impossible, but I guess it could theoretically happen. Anyway, here comes the paratrooper swarm again. The naval units took out all the defenses at Cherbourg, so now it's just the paratroopers for the win here. This should do it. Did you see the bombardment? Bombers took out like half the health on all the rifles in there. I saw it happen, not in terms of animation, but the rifles suddenly had like half health. So they must have gotten hit by bombers or stealth fighters or something like that. Anyway, Louis, that was not a good decision, but we bid farewell to Louis. And now we have a Ramses who's even bigger in this game. Well, let's mark down Louis' exit. I guess I was right that he didn't make it to the end of the game, but he was not first to die. Of course, that was his own fault that he was stupid enough to do that. All right, turn 242. That was his own darn fault. All right, and Ramses gets another kill. So if we go to our fantasy, Ramses scores another point. You know, even though Ramses has won all the... It's kind of funny that Mania Muse's team looks like it's going to be... If Ramses wins, he gets another 5 points. 17 points from Ramses and 2 points from every other leader combined. Funny how that works out sometimes, right? Anyway, let's go back to the game here. Sometimes one leader can just carry your fantasy team. I didn't read out Gandhi and... Okay, you're right. Thanks for that. I just did it off screen. It doesn't really matter, but thanks for the reminder anyway. A couple people had it in the chat. All right, so we refresh the map. Wow, that took a long time to refresh the map. because of how many cities changed hands. Look at our beautiful, beautiful starfish here. All that yellow on here. All that yellow text. So Ramses does not have a lot of text left to win by space at this point. He has, what, about 5 more? What along there? We'll see if he goes for advanced flight or stealth. Yeah, he's looking at like a turn 260, 265 spaceship, as I said. Is Zara still plotting? Oh yeah, he was plotting a while ago, wasn't he? Still apparently, theoretically plotting. If Ramses goes to war, it has to be with Victoria. Vicky does still unpopular with everyone else. How about Ramses? Is he... Look at his city list, by the way, guys. Look at this. Not currently plotting. So I guess we'll put the camera focus over here to see if we get another conflict. Vicky is currently building factories. Zara is going for assembly line, but does not have the tech. If you're curious about power of the remaining civs, yeah. 1 giant, and then a bunch of minnows. Ramses is going for the very expensive fusion tech. Yeah, so no one has ever gone free religion the whole game. I'm a little surprised. Oh, here we go. Election. Can Ramses win an election? He would need someone to vote for him. Well, the problem is the only person who would vote for him is Zara, and Zara would vote for himself. So I don't think a Diplo victory is in the cards here. So I don't think Diplo victory is possible, but we've seen some weird stuff before. Ramses he has enough votes to vote himself the winner. I actually wish that the UN worked the way it did in the release version. Back before the Beyond the Sword came out, you could just vote yourself the winner in the UN, and like I don't see why there's a problem with that. Look how dominant Ramses is in this game, right? He has, what's 746 out of 1188? Hold on. I'll just check real quick. 746 out of 1188. He has 60. I mean, he has 63% of global pop. Like, if he has enough pop to vote himself the winner in the UN, the game should just be over. That's how I feel for here. Oh, Vicky is voting for him here. That's right. He had some Victoria voted for him as well. Okay, fair point. I missed the fact that Vicky voted for him. Okay, so he doesn't have himself. He doesn't have enough votes to vote himself the winner. But if he did. If you have enough votes to vote yourself the winner, I feel like the game should just be over. That, like, why do you need someone else to vote for you? That was a change added in Beyond the Sword, and I was not working on... Beyond the Sword is the... I did not work on that expansion. I worked on, obviously, the base game, and then I also had some input, although less, into the Warlords expansion. That is something I would have argued against pretty vociferously. I think that someone at Firaxis was like, well, it's a Diplo victory. You shouldn't be able to win unless someone votes for you. Again, I get the logic, but it's just, it was a much neater victory condition when, okay, Ramses is trying to advance flight, but he won't be there for very long. Still, it's just like what we want with victory conditions is we want to recognize when someone has like decisively won the game. And if someone has that much population that they can vote themselves the winner, they have decisively won the game. Anyway, Zara and Joao are still separated by only 100 points, so it's very, very close between them in terms of score. Zara is clinging to a narrow lead there in terms of who gets this second place. I don't think second place is like super meaningful in this context, but you want to see all of Monty's got 5. The Observer Civ has 5 settlers hanging out there. I just keep hoping that someone's going to go free religion, because I feel like that would shake up the game in an interesting way, but no one has been willing to go free religion. Even Nikki and her stupid Buddhism has stuck with it the whole game. That's about what you should... Oh, here's the Diplo victory vote. Ramses, no. We are the Observer Civ. We abstain from these votes. Oh, he's making an attempt at it, at least. Zara, you've been plotting war for like ever. Are you ever gonna do this? Like, are you ever considering this? Cool. Joao, I'm so glad that you literally did nothing the entire game except sabotage my pick. You literally did nothing except sabotage my pick the entire game. So yeah, Zara is still theoretically plotting war, and Ramses is not. So we'll see if he ever actually declares war. Zara plots very deeply. He's been pondering the orb for the last 5,000 years or whatever. So that's why I've been keeping the camera over here. All right, so yeah, Vicky, of course, does not vote for Ramses. He tried, but he didn't get there. He needs another. If he needs like another civ's worth of population. To be fair, Zara also did nothing. Yeah, Zara has done nothing the whole game except sabotage Vicky as well. It was like they both did one thing the whole game, just sabotage Victoria. This would be a much more interesting game if Vicky hadn't been hamstrung there. Like if Vicky, I mean, I don't think Vicky would be competitive with Ramses. Let's be clear, but it would be a more interesting game at least. Not Victoria. I need Ramses here. All right, so he still needs to research ecology and then up to genetics, and then as soon as that happens, he'll be able to launch his spaceship. So maybe it's more like 270 now because he delayed a little bit. Just still an insanely fast spaceship victory, let's be clear. There's a tiny little spot of land that was never settled over here. And Ramses also finished the internet. Joao's getting biology now. That might be enough to push him above Zara. Maybe. Alright, so Vicky is the first one to go free religion. Now Vicky is out of potentially getting attacked by Ramses. So unless he was already plotting war, she's reasonably safe there. She's not safe from the other two AIs, for what that's worth. She still does not like Zara very much. Yeah, Joao could. Everybody else could still attack her, but like the only wars the only wars we can see are against Vicky. No one will attack Ramses, which is probably smart, and he won't attack anyone either. So I think this looks like it's just about, unless he's plotting war now, which he is not. Looks like this is pretty much over. Ramses is at 51% land area. He has the pop already. He would need to take out one more AI. So he could absolutely win by domination. He would just need to attack one more AI. The problem is he won't attack anybody. Not as long as they're all stuck to his religion. Okay, he's been dragging this out by going for every optional tech, but now that he has stealth, there's really nowhere else he can go. That's true. She was probably out of danger from Ramses even before free religion, because Ramses was printing the "we couldn't betray our close friends." I guess the one really interesting thing is Joao and Zara are so close. I know it was said that Joao picked up biology, which was maybe going to help swing, whereas Zara, I think, is still suffering from factory pollution. I don't know if he's managed to solve that yet. Well, everybody's going environmentalism, so that'll help solve people's health issues. Like this city seems to have plenty of health. What about this one? All right, yeah, now health is not a problem anymore. Joao and Zara are huge for second place. Either Lobster holds on or Vincarius gets second. So it's meaningful. Yeah, they are just separated by 6 points right now. So it's meaningful for our fantasy contest. Not meaningful for the outcome of this game. I guess it's useful for the AIs. Yeah, look at this. They are very close. Although Zara just jumped up and scored again. They've been very, very... It's a shame they won't just go to war and fight it out. That would be more interesting if they did. Ramses has 7,000 score points. We almost never see somebody get that high in score points, even though score points are also like arbitrary and made up. All right, superconductors. He'll do genetics next. Then he does still have to build the parts, but it shouldn't take too long. Hey, if he waits until turn 265 to launch, I can get within 10 turns on the victory date. Alright, yeah, he needs to finish genetics, and then he'll need to finish the remaining spaceship parts. It does appear he just went spaceship all the way. He's still missing some spaceship. Oh, he needs to build all the thrusters. Oh, that's going to take him a little while. Oh, he also is pausing to build labs, so he might actually get a little closer to the victory date. He might be turn 275, which would be good. I'd be within 10 turns. I would take that. Look at that. Joao, once again, Joao and Zara are within 20. They've been within like 50 to 100 points seemingly this whole time. But Zara's going to jump up again because he's finishing another tech in rocketry. If he can hit turn 277, you can get another exact victory date. That would be hilarious. Global free speech is not likely to change anything. Yeah, I wish I could make these turns a little bit more exciting, but like there's just not a lot going on in the game right now. Zara signing a defensive pact with Ramses is hilarious, though. Now, if Vicky were to attack Zara, It would trigger a double war. All right, everybody goes free speech. I think most of them were in free speech anyway. I don't suppose, Vicky, you're going to declare war on Zara and trigger... Okay. Okay. Are we... What are we on? Are we on... How many wars are we on right now? 5? Oh, I picked 8 wars. Oh, well. Well, maybe I could get closer there. If Vicky... if Vicky declares war on Zara, then... then she'll get Ramses attacking her, too. Yeah, Ramses just finished the tech tree this turn. All right, Vicky, you might not want to do that. I'm gonna counsel you, Victoria. Please do not declare war on Zara here. For your own sake. For your own sake, please do not declare war on Zara. That would not be in your interest. Anyway, let's see what spaceship parts are still needed. So there's the... Wait, does he just need the stasis chamber and that's it? Yeah, okay, that's... Alright, well, I guess he's launching next turn because the stasis chamber was the only one still necessary to launch. Joao is 8 points away, I know, right? Although Zara's going to finish the tech this turn. If you're curious what gives score points, it's 4 things in this game. Population, land, although land doesn't count until 20 turns of holding the tile. You have to hold it for 20 turns to count. The reason why that is in multiplayer games, people were detonating culture bombs on the final turn of the game, and we didn't want to give score points for that. So population, land, techs are worth points, and wonders are worth points. Those are the 4 things. So, like, Joao's score is going to jump up again because he's going to discover satellites here. So they're very close. And again, if you're wondering why I keep the camera over here, because Vicky and Zara are the ones most likely to start a conflict. I guess it would actually be kind of hilarious if Victoria declared war now on Zara and then triggered this defensive pact. That would be pretty hilarious. I mean, Ramses has already launched the spaceship, so it's not going to affect his spaceship ETA at this point. But that seems unlikely to me still. We'll just next turn it out here and see if something like that happens. It's weird that 2v1 conflict happened over here on the east side of the Pangea, and then that was it. No other conflict the entire rest of the game. The one 2v1, which literally, the war started, both Joao and Zara declared war on the exact same turn, literally on the same turn, and then no other wars for the rest of the game. It's kind of wild. Ramses is going to arrive on turn 1810, which is, what turn is 1810 again? I'm just going to look it up real quick. I have my cheat sheet here. 1810 is 275 exactly. So some people will hit the date exactly, which it looks like I'll be within 10 turns. Yeah, Joao and Zara, it's so close between them. But Zara has just like narrowly been ahead the entire time. Okay, we already had that free speech civic. Come on, Victoria. You know you want to attack Zara here. 2 more wars. 2 more wars. 2 more wars. Anyway. That would be amusing at least. Alright, yeah, we keep having that civic declaration. Well, if Vicky's plotting war, she's certainly not doing a whole lot. Her stack is here in Newcastle, so that would be the stack to watch if it moves. We're probably going to have nothing happen here down the stretch because not much has been going on for a while. All right, now, Joao's going to research advanced flight before Zara finishes plastics. He might jump Zara and score when that finishes. Kind of a long inner turn there. Oh, yep, he did. But now Zara might jump him again because Zara's going to finish plastics here. Got 4 more turns. This is really interesting how close they are. I can't believe that Joao has managed to claw his way up here to 2nd place. I don't even feel like Joao played a very good game. He basically did very little. He like grabbed 2 cities that Vicky had overextended. Oh, well, oh, there it goes. Vicky just declared war. Well, that's at least one way to make this a little bit more interesting. What if Vicky captures Canterbury, you guys? What if she captures Canterbury? All right, wait for it. Ramses has declared. All right, well, that ticks our war counter up by 2. Oh, man, I wish I'd picked 7. Should have done lucky 7. I could have whiffed on all the leader categories, but hit the wars hit the victory date and hit the victory type. All right, well, she's got a stack here. Is she going to capture Canterbury? I don't think she has enough here. I don't think so. But note that Zara finished a tech and Joao's still ahead in terms of score. And Joao's going to finish another tech in 2 turns. So I think Joao is going to hold on for second here, amazingly. Like, amazingly hold on here for second. And, I mean, the thing is, Ramsey's not going to have enough time to roll over here and start taking Vicky cities, I don't think. Yeah, this is not going the way Victoria wanted. She just had everything that was over there wiped out. Now, Zara could also capture Newcastle here, is also a possibility. If Zara captures Newcastle, then he's going to leapfrog Joao. At least we got a cool race for second place here. Look at this. They're separated by 9 points on the scoreboard. It's wild. Very, very wild here. That's a little late on the shrine, Zara. I mean, it's like, I think Vicky actually had kind of a bad shark fin, but they're so small relative to Ramsey's. We can't even see. Oh, boy. Well, let's see if Newcastle gets captured here. Joao and Zara both discover a tech this turn. Zara kind of needs to capture Newcastle to get second place back. Oh my god, they're separated by 7 points. 7 points. What is this? I believe this is the last turn of the game because it doesn't Ramsey's spaceship arrive on the next 1 turn. All right, guys. It is funny that in a game that Ramsey's is like 4,000 points ahead, we actually do have this race. 7 points here between the two of them. This is going to be determined by like the smallest of margins. Just what cities are going to grow pop points. Like, does anyone growing a pop point here? Just out of curiosity. None of these cities are growing. Like, does Zara whip a city or something? There's a couple of cities that are 2 turns away. Oh, there's a pop growth here at a Porto that's worth 2 or 3 points. No one's discovering a tech. Like, is Zara gonna whip a city or something? Let's see what it comes down to between these two. Or does like Ramsey's knock out all the defenders and then Zara captures a city? I don't think Newcastle's falling. There it is. It's Joao holds on by 10 points. Wait, did Joao declare war on the last turn? Did Joao declare war on the last turn? Because I think he did. I think he did. We're going to have to check the replay to find out. Okay, first of all, let's jot this down. Ramsey's turn 275. Ramsey's, I feel like I'm like focusing on minutia instead of like the highlight here. Ramsey's is the winner. He is the Season 9 champion. Congrats to Ramsey's. He absolutely annihilated this game. He's just been so dominant for like the last hour that I almost feel like it doesn't deserve mentioning. But Joao, second place, amazingly. I think he did declare war on the last turn. In which case, I might have hit that one exactly as well. Well, okay, Ramsey's first, Joao second. I don't even have to move this on here. Zara and Victoria swap their positions. It was a spaceship victory, turn 275. And now let's go back to the replay and see, did Joao declare war on the last turn? Because I think he did, but we have to check to see. Because it does count if they declare war on the last turn. I'm not saying that because I have 8 wars and it's currently on 7. That is actually how we have consistently done this historically in this. Yeah, an amazing climb back from Joao from what was a terrible position in this game. Also kind of incredible that nothing happened there on the East for ages, and then in like the last 5 turns, suddenly we're getting 3 war declarations. So what's the story of this game? I mean, it's the perfect Ramsey's game. He got the early religion, early Stonehenge. Stonehenge was critical. Early shrine. He spread his religion to both neighbors, so he was friendly with both neighbors. And then he used his shrine income to just power his economy. Was very, very strong on this map, as people from Civ Fanatics correctly anticipated would be the case. He spread his religion far and wide, and it powered his econ. He was ahead in tech basically the whole game. The other thing that I do think helped, well, I mean, the other big thing was Vicky had that Buddhism spread to that city. Like, that was a critical swing in the game. Because if Victoria had had Judaism, she would not have been attacked. She may have been able to compete in a way. And yes, Joao did declare war here. She may have actually been able to compete economically, at least for a while. Maybe she could have, like, attacked and taken over Joao or something. But, like, Zara would have left her alone. Or I don't know. She would have at least had a chance. It might have been tough for anyone to stop Ramses on this map. Then Gandhi, of course, has a religion no one else follows. He gets 2v1'd. Louis fights incompetently. Ramses gets all his territory. Louis launches an even more idiotic war. Ramses gets all his territory. Obviously, at that point, it was completely over. So let me mark that down. Yeah, we ended up at 8 wars. I actually hit that as well. So I was absolute garbage at hitting the leaders this year. But I did pretty well on the victory dates, on the number of wars, and the victory conditions. I actually was decent at each of those this year. All right. Yeah, I mean, it was a great performance from Ramses. He was a very deserving winner. I wish the game had been a little bit closer, but it was not to be. It was his game this year, so I guess I'm doing a Ramses game in a couple weeks. All right, let's go ahead. We'll close that. Let's go back to our spreadsheet. Let's go ahead and start filling in some of this information. So, first of all, winner, Ramses, who some people, it was definitely had Ramses. Was not the most popular pick, but people definitely had him. Joao comes in second by 10 whole points, 3,200 to, it was like 3,230 to 3,220. Number of wars was 8. Victory type was spaceship. Victory date was 275, very, very early. So I see at least one person hit the date exactly. Let's we'll sort the list and see. I actually got 13 points out of that. I literally hit everything else perfectly. I mean, I didn't hit the exact victory date, but got the number of wars, got the victory condition, got the date within 10 turns. Amazingly, I got 13 points from that, so I'll take it. I think it was a pretty good scoring game overall, though. Let's see who our winner from the last game was, and get rid of the bolded. Vincarious from the fantasy contest. The winner of the picking contest in the last one. Congrats, Vincarious. Ramses to win, Joao for second, Gandhi first eliminated, 2 off on number of wars, had spaceship, and was pretty close on the victory date. An excellent pick. And then a tie for second for Thoric Frame, Almac Syrah, and then a tie for fourth place, Asclepius and Shiols. A lot of people had pretty good scores there. Let's see what the average was. I think this was a pretty good scoring game overall. All right, B5 to B292. 10 points. Yeah, that's a pretty good scoring game. 10 and like 10.3, 10.4. Pretty good. Sorry, Link Mario Samus. That game did not play out is the way you wanted. All right, for our overall contest, who is the winner? Did Saxo Grammaticus manage to hold on, or did someone jump at the last on the last game here? What do I need? Championship. 16 points. That's going to be hard for someone to catch that. I don't know if anyone's going to be able to catch up. Saxo Grammaticus had a pretty good game. I don't think that's going to be jumpable here, but let's see. We will resort the list, and no, I don't think it was. It looks like your season-wide winner is Saxo Grammaticus with 188 points. Kuro coming in second place. And then smartrandom.org, which is basically Thrasybulus, coming in third. You can see down from there. Nicely done. Hey, I managed to get up to the first page of the leaderboard by the end of the season, so I will take that. Coming in a tie. Tied with Grillo, actually. And Myth for 35th. I'll take that, considering that there's so many people in the contest. Nicely done to all of you. Let's see what the winner was. So it looks like Saxo Grammaticus also has the winner in the best 5 scoring. That's where it just takes your best 5 games, since sometimes people can't submit an entry for every game. So Saxo Grammaticus wins that one as well. And then J. Scott 457 at 99, Sleeping Roger, Kami, and Thrasybulus again, had a really good season. I am nowhere close there. I did not have good individual games. I was just more consistent. Playoff scoring. I believe Saxo Grammaticus also won the playoff scoring. I don't know if this is the first season we've had someone win all 3 of those categories. Yeah, Saxo Grammaticus won the total, the best 5, and the playoffs this season. Pretty impressive. Not Critic second, Our Ball third, and then Nathan S. and a number of other people. Again, I am nowhere on that leaderboard either. Good job to all of you. Thanks so much for everybody for turning out. Now, last we'll do the fantasy contest, which is mostly wrapped up. But I know it was very close there for who would get second in the fantasy contest. So, winner of the game is Ramses, gets 5 more points. To go 19 for Mania Muse, and then Joao picks up 2 more for Vincarious. Going to 26 for Vincarious and leapfrogging Lobster on 25. Yeah, that was meaningful at the end there because it was between Lobster and Vincarious for who would get second place in Fantasy. Very, very close. So first place, not ultimately close. ABC / Mr. Barbarian / the one and only Atesh kind of ran away with the fantasy contest this year. But it was close for second place, decided by 1 point, decided by literally 10 points on the scoreboard on the final turn of the game. And Joao was behind for most of the game and then barely snuck out that second place. So, yeah, that's why we do these categories, because sometimes first place is not close, but second place ends up being interesting again, as this one was. All right, well, so that's the end of season number 9. I hope this one was fun. We had a lot of bizarre, crazy, entertaining stuff. We had some really, really close games. Final, not actually close, but some of the earlier games in the season were pretty close. So thanks you all for watching. We will be back with season 10 probably next year, probably in the spring of next year. In the off season, we will have some alternate history stuff. We'll have some write-ups, season retrospective. ABC / Mr. Barbarian is going to do a fantasy retrospective once we get all the alternate histories done. There'll be some content to keep the lights burning during the off season, but this is a lot of work. It's a lot of fun, so it's worthwhile, but I will be glad to take a break. I hope you guys all are having a wonderful summer. I will see you again sometime next year, most likely, for season 10. Until then, take care, folks. Have a good one. Bye, guys.